God damn it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Revenge of the Crit, episode 58. Yeah, we're back. It doesn't feel like a week has passed because we covered.
It does not. That went by.
It went by
That's right.
so fast. I hardly thought of like shit that's gonna come up in this session, or like what's gonna come up like for this goddamn arc. Y'all are speed running to the sorcerers, and you are not gonna like what you find. Oh god, it's gonna be great. But yeah, we got a funeral role play. We got fucking Obi-Wan and Shir'iven finally getting all lovey-dovey with each other, and that's
Deegan coming in. What, Mom? What?
We're continuing right from that fucking point. So.
We know a national tragedy just happened, folks. But listen, I got to smooch my fucking husbando, so I think I see this as an absolute win.
Like we might have lost at least several generations of future Jedi, but
fucking Officer Earl, just Officer Earl at one part meatballs. That okay?
Somewhere, Quinlan Voss, all you can hear is.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And he has no idea yet. But anyway, yes, welcome to Revenge of the Crits, where, I am your DM for the evening, Kevin. We're just continuing right from where we fucking left off, and just so much. Yeah, it's gonna be a heavy RP session for y'all. Just prepare for emotional damage, like on max today. But that's it for me. Next up down the line, we have Christian.
I don't have my soundboard today, but
here, give me a noise. Fuck it. Wait, I got it.
Sure. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Vine boom.
Hello. I am Christian Nappa. I play Soren. I'm really excited to be here today. It has I disagree. 3 weeks since the last. Excited to see what out from last. Let's get to it.
Yeah. Got a lot to touch on tonight. But next up after Christian, we have Tati.
Hey yo, Tati. Everyone's favorite yo. He's got a lot of people to talk to and comfort in this sad. He's also dealing with feelings.
Yes.
Par for the course for this boy. Let's angst.
All right, I'm actually gonna hop in and out of the call because I think that I might be getting a smidge of lag. So just one mo. All right, hopefully that should have improved. I think, maybe.
Is that better? Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Speaking of which,
hello,
Jinkles,
1, 2, 3,
it's you.
Something's happening.
All right, yeah. Now people are sounding fucking fantastic. So yeah, Jinkles, it's you.
Do a flip.
Hi, my name is. I'm going to be a glass case of. So that's it.
Yeah, this is gonna be fantastic. And up after that, we have.
Oh, I forgot my. What happened?
What?
All right. Forgot I. God damn it.
Next time.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh my god. I actually am going.
We're all voice actors, and we do our own soundboard now.
We're psych.
All right. Okay. I need to. I know why the Wi-Fi is sounding awful now. I'm just gonna swap over to this. All right. We should be back now. Oh. Hello? Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Oh, shit. Why is the ping so high?
Oh.
All right.
Not the
Someone's torrenting
ping.
All right,
the
okay,
internet.
Oh yeah. Hold on. This
Stream
Download
is
all of
still.
Pirate Bay.
it's reconnecting.
Uh-oh, your stream got offline.
All right. Well, we're recording
Bro.
all of this, so we should be
Okay.
fine.
Bro,
So
can we make that ping a
Stop.
All right. I'm gonna too long. I was impatient, but go live. I'll hit the thing again. All right. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Again, technical difficulties. You'll love to see it. We're professionals, totally trained. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah, continuing on with, I think. Yeah, that was
Chase.
Jinkles. Yes, Chase. Last but not least, you.
So then he says, only a spoonful. Now pay attention, Anakin, because this leads to King Botch pulling out his comically large spoon.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Wow.
What the fuck?
Hi, everyone.
I understood that reference.
Wow.
What is that quote from? I have to find out.
It's the fucking the King Botch stupid skit where it's just like he asks
Only
for a spoon, only a spoonful of ice cream, and then he pulls out like a comically large spoon.
Anyway, hello there. Hi,
Nice.
everyone. I'm Chase. I play RC0947, Viper if you're nasty. And who boy, we're in for a fun treat. We're fucking going to a funeral, and that's always the best.
Yeah.
But before we get into the Sarvo shit, I'd like to read a fun fact courtesy of the official Star Wars Facts Twitter account.
Mhm.
Contrary to popular belief, George Lucas says Jedi are allowed to have sex. Jedi Knights aren't celibate. The thing that is forbidden is attachments and possessive relationships. Following by a reply by a man named Tundra called. Which says, and I quote, imagine being a Jedi, just finished clapping cheeks. Shawty says I love you before leaving, and you turn around and like, may the force be with you, cause I won't.
Oh God, that
Holy
is
shit.
so savage.
This is
Brutal.
amazing.
Jeez.
I was gonna be like
Do
yeah.
that what you will, audience, and
Yeah.
Kevin, but mostly Kevin.
Yeah, I
So
Can we-
Jedi.
Can we fold this shit in? Can we just say this exists and is happening in Revenge of the Crit canon?
I mean,
The Star Wars Facts Twitter account says so, and it's verified.
It's
So
I
what
mean,
you're saying is Jedi can't have legit love you back relationships, but they can have flames.
oh yeah, they can clap all the cheeks. They can bang
Why do
everyone in the planet
Why
if
do
they
you
really
think?
want.
Isn't it
Why do you think
clear-
P.I.
wait.
Mundy has his fucking harem?
Exactly.
Okay, we've gone on way too much of a tangent and
Yeah,
technicalities.
anyway.
Let's just go into the fucking recap.
this
This is
what
turning
people
into
want.
Kiadi Mundi's harem, ladies and
what
gentlemen and
people want.
others.
Chase has got his finger on the pulse of the masses.
I'm just saying.
Okay, now let me just pull up the thing that we need for tonight. Droid commands. All right, let me just. I hope to God we don't have to. We didn't hit my limit for the bot today, so. And whenever you are ready.
It's been a hectic day on Coruscant, to say the least. Viper, Obi-Wan, and I attempted to stop Dooku while Soren, Raz, and D-Gag rescued the younglings trapped in the collapsing Tower of Reassignment. Even still, while Dooku was arrested, we found we lost many Jedi, one being my master, Yak-2. Anakin, after everything, began to struggle with his inner dark side, and I can only hope that Obi-Wan and Raziel will be able to get through to him. Soren, after figuring out who is behind this with Dooku, wishes to take immediate action against the mysterious sorcerers group of his past. But the team and I do need time to prepare for this mission. Outside of this, a comment made by Dooku during our showdown prompted a visit from Obi-Wan late into the night. Feelings were revealed between one another and are now blooming more than ever. I do hope this will be kept a secret and only the right people can know. May the Force be with me as I attempt to explain this to my Padawan.
Indeed.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Beautiful, brilliant speech. So, friends, foes, and undecided, we continue from the sweet embrace that Obi-Wan and D-Gig have as you and him are like sharing in this very sensual, just very sweet kiss. No, hold on, I'm getting to the good part.
Say sensual.
Sensual.
Oh, god damn it.
Sensual.
Yes.
Sensual.
I mean, is that not what...
Sensual pleasure.
I hate that. Get out.
I will... One...
Moving on, DK.
Yes, yeah.
Sorry.
Just one thing I wanted to say before D-Gig. I will say, as you are this close, you realize, like, you get a nice whiff of his hair, and it smells like orange Maylurune conditioner. Yeah. He keeps his hair very tidy.
Kid shampoo?
Yeah, Obi-Wan uses conditioner.
I figure.
Those locks, absolutely.
100%.
He's got the Jesus mullet. Of course he does.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, and yeah, in that moment of you guys, like, on the verge of, like, really getting into it, like, DK just opens the door, like, Master, I'm back with my... And, like, Obi-Wan just looks, like, wide-eyed at DK opening the door. And, he goes, oh, hello there, Padawan.
Hi.
Your master and I were just getting into some things, and, like, he, like, looks, like, at his...
What is DK's reaction at that? Does she seem skeptical? Like, don't fucking lie to me. Is she giving like that face right now?
Oh no, like she like looks like relatively shocked. I mean, like her eyes can't really get much wider, as like her pupils encompass her whole eyes, but she kind of just like looks at shock, just still holding her things, like she hasn't dropped them. And Obi-Wan just like looks to his communicator, like, oh my goodness, look at the time. I really should be. I should leave you ladies to it. I will, like, he just kind of awkwardly trying to walk by D-Gig, going backwards, being like, I will see you later at some point in time, Shir'iven. Good night, as he just kind of walks out the room and just...
Shuri just immediately looks at D-Gig.
D-Gig is like, her jaw is dropped just watching Obi-Wan leave, and the door closes behind him. And then D-Gig turns to you slowly, just being like...
We were just getting into things, wink wink, nudge nudge.
And yeah, D-Gig is just now looking to you, Shir'iven, just like... kind of just like, a mix... Go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Oh god, okay. Hold on, first roll of the night, baby.
Obi-Wan casts Night Speed and eats him off the world.
17.
17.
Ooh, pretty good.
You get the sense that, like, she like puts the stuff down the other side. Like, D at first, like, looks kind of shocked, and then just crosses their arms. And just kind of, like, trying to look more dignified. And, like, just going back to, like, packing her things.
Immediately, Shuri's just gonna break the silence. You know, you can say it.
Say what, Master?
It's... She kind of like gives her that look like, don't do that.
What? I'm just here to comfort my master, and she just had a friend give a friendly visit. Nothing more than that. I didn't see anything.
Touche.
And she like, gives like a little cocky smile.
Yeah, she just like kind of waves her hand and whatever. Shuri kind of like gets up, adjusts her clothing, just, and then kind of just like walks over to DK and just makes sure she has everything that she needs for the night.
Yeah, she like has like her little like sort of like eventually like a roll up bed, and like all she just asks for is like she just goes into like her personal like little shower area to just change up into her proper nightgown.
Oh yeah, of course she can go in there.
Yeah, and she'll come out. It's like a very nice, pretty. It's like Jedi robes, but it's kind of more like velvety in texture, and like maybe like for her, it's kind of like almost I want to say like almost like a brown, like chocolate kind of coloring on it, and it just feels very, very soft.
Bro, that shit sound comfy.
Yeah.
While she was getting ready for bed, Shiri took the liberty of making her bed and everything.
Aww.
And she does put Yaktu's stuff kind of like his saber near them.
Okay.
If the room's like set up like she's probably at the foot of Shiri's bed or something.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a nightstand or something
there's a nightstand where like you've had like your old Padawan things still there, or everything, all of your like your knickknacks of the past couple years are still there.
Shiri puts it next to everything.
Yeah. And I'm assuming like you're turning off the lights.
Yeah, once Shiri gets all ready for bed and like gets out of the dirty clothes and everything, and just she's gonna climb right into bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She kind of just like go ahead.
Yeah, I'll say like a couple minutes go by as like you're just getting rested and putting everything up. Diga is like still keeping her things. Probably like not even 30 minutes as like, you know, you're still kind of wide awake, and you just hear from Diga like whisper, "Master?"
Yes, Digag?
I just need to know. Does he make you happy?
Very much so.
Good. Then it's safe with me.
I'm gonna throw a fucking fit. I'm gonna start crying already. God damn it.
But yeah. I'm very good at keeping secrets.
Good then. Glad that I could trust you with that, Digag.
I'm just really not looking forward to seeing his Padawan at the archives more often. He's probably going to be on archive duty for his little outburst today.
More than likely.
She wouldn't be the first.
Shiri kind of like remains silent for a minute, and she kind of adjusts herself in bed before she just kind of like says, more than likely Raz might speak to him.
I don't know what Raz sees in the boy. They're always at each other's throats, it feels like.
Yeah, I know exactly why still, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it didn't... yeah.
Would you... I want to ask the group, would it be okay if I actually told Digag?
I see no repercussions in this.
About what?
I don't... Yeah. I don't think so. I mean, this is Digag.
Yeah.
She kind of saw you and Obi-Wan smooch.
Yeah, I understand that, but I want to ask, like, if it's okay if I reveal the Padme thing.
I first of all, do it. You won't, Chaos. But
wow, just coming right out and saying it.
Hold on.
I respect that.
What were you saying?
Yeah.
But just saying.
Chaos, do it. That's it.
Yeah, Chaos, go ahead, do it. But we'll deal with the consequences later. You know.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, just fuck up this timeline. Who cares?
Okay.
Oh, it's
Oh,
started.
don't even
we've
don't
already-
even start with us.
dude,
Speak
we've
for yourself.
already
I mean,
built-
we've
That's
already
what
blown
he's
up the
doing.
Tower of Reassignment. We've already
Yeah.
almost started Order 66.
Yeah.
Eh.
Like, if Order 66 went off in, like, the next 5 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Shiri stole Bo-Katan's birthright for like 5 seconds. It's Gucci.
Team died.
All right, so
Okay, but
And then came back.
she then like she sits up in bed to like face Degeg.
mhm.
The reason is because Padme.
The Naboo senator. I mean, yeah, she is quite attractive. I mean,
Well,
but
Raziel rescued her on the mission we brought him back,
okay.
and Anakin now sees him as a threat. And I kind of figured out there'd be something between the two of them.
Maybe
So-
maybe persuasion check.
Okay.
Yeah, because she wasn't around for the previous-
27.
Oh,
27. All
damn.
right.
God damn.
She just kind of like, she like actually like gets up from her bedroll and just goes, "Shut, no, really."
He doesn't really hide it that well. Well, not to me at least.
So, you know for a fact that they're an item, or is this mostly speculation based on how you read the two?
It could be a very true speculation. I haven't gotten like a verbal confirmation, but if you see the two around one another, more than likely you're gonna have to come with me on a few missions at some point for your trials. And if we have to go near the Senator and Anakin, you'll see what I mean.
Yeah, and she just kind of like nods at that and goes, "Well, while we are revealing secrets, or at least confirming things,
Oh. Gossip time.
It's your girl talk.
you know Raziel, right?"
There's this boy.
Yes, I do. And she kind of like gives like a little chuckle at that. Like,
And she like kind of like puts like her head in her hands and is like, "You're not going to believe this, but he and I have been consorting in sorts of ways, shall we say?"
oh, and she kind of has like this little fucking grin on her face now.
But please, you...
I won't. She sticks up her hands. I won't say a word. And she kind of like draws like a cross across her heart, just across my heart.
Good. It's just... Look, just don't... It's just, I don't know... The boy is really stubborn, and it feels like he's... He just... He has a lot going on, and he's... And he like, she like pulls out the amulet that you gave her, Raz, of your mother. And is like, he's already given me so much, and it's like, I know it's been such a short time, and we aren't exactly encouraged for having attachments to things so meager as even this, but there's just something about him that I really can't find in anyone else I've ever met in my time here in the Order.
You like bad boys, just say it, D-Gig, it's fine.
I like boys with tattoos and horns, Mom. Deal
It's
with it.
fine, it's fine, we've all had a I can fix him moment.
No, but Shuri just shakes her head at that. She's like, It's only natural. And sadly, the Jedi Order can't seem to recognize that. We can't help but having these attachments with one another. We wouldn't be in the position we are in if we were to just swore off all of our feelings.
It really is a struggle, just because we are encouraged to love and, have people that we aspire to protect, but sometimes we run into others, clearly you and Master Kenobi, and there's just something there, a spark that it just can't be ignored. It just doesn't feel right. But I don't want to. It's getting late. We should probably get at least a little bit of shut-eye. We're in for a long week.
We are.
And she
Let's
will
get some rest then.
Yeah.
And Shiri lays herself back down. Good night, DK. Rest well.
Good night, Master. And she will pull the bed sack over her head, and you guys get a nice sleeps in.
Yay! Hey.
Yeah, I'll say there's like a few, like it's coming up around nearing midnight, probably a little bit before. So, and I'll say for you three, Viper, Raz, and Soren, if like you're still like in the general area, like where Anakin fucking try to choke y'all or whatever.
Viper.
Yeah.
Choke Viper.
Yes, yeah.
What did I do?
But yeah. So you guys are still there. You're probably nearing around bedtime. There's no curfew at the agent's place, so Soren, Raz, you guys you can be out as late as you would like. But yeah, is there anything you guys are doing? Well, there's like a couple hours remaining in the day because most everybody is tired. You guys just saw Anakin kind of got, Obi-Wan just kind of walked him straight off into his quarters, and the other Jedi Masters are just kind of, the other Jedi Masters are just looking over the bodies, keeping a toll, and just like preparing them to making preparations for the upcoming funeral. So yeah, you were saying, Viper? Sorry.
I was just like, nearly got force choked. It's been a day.
I'm a fan of choking, but not like that.
Exactly, precisely. Yeah, also got turned into a goddamn fucking living taser, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Viper's going to bed. He's had a day.
Okay.
I'll
Ooh.
say if there's still time left. Well, first off, before the day ends, Raziel is just gonna do his usual pay the 1-day fee for his speeder to Brass.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you go over to the racetrack, find him there just about packing up everything, and he just immediately goes over to you oh, Raz, and just kind of goes in for a hug. He's and then just immediately pats you down you all right? I heard what happened at the tower. I fucking mess over there.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. I'm fine, but there were casualties. I got as many as I could out.
Good kid. As he pats your side of your arm, and he's goes back to sharpening his vibro lance. He's did you need to see me for something?
Just wanted to pay the rental fee. I used my speeder off planet for a day.
Alright, just hand over here.
It does so.
Alright, and then he pockets and goes, right, she's all yours.
Right, thanks.
Yeah, she's yours to keep. No more rent needed.
Wait. He just kind of does a double take of that. Wait, what?
Yeah, you've paid pretty much all you needed for her. We modded it out plenty and built the bloody thing for you, so it's all yours now.
And he just kind of... He looks at Brass, then at the bike, and then at Brass again. He looks around, and then he's just going in for a tight hug.
Well, he's like middle of like sharpening lines. He's like, oh! And he like just kind of awkwardly like, just like goes in for the back pat. Just, yeah, I know. Just don't expect me to buy you a bloody new one if you wreck it. Just.
I don't plan to, sir. And he pulls out and kind of does a salute. Thank you so much. You won't regret it.
At ease. Right, just get yourself some rest. You had a long day.
Don't I know it.
All right.
I'll see you. Oh, go ahead.
No, yeah, no, nothing. Go ahead.
He's just gonna go. I'll see you around, Brass.
It just nods
Have
off.
a good night.
You too, soldier. And yeah, that'll be it for you. Viper, you actually run into some pretty, I'll say, as you coming back to the clone barracks, you find there's actually quite a bit of chatter among a lot of the cadets, some of which you recognize were at the, some of which were part of the rescue crew.
Oh, okay.
And like others are just like sort of passerby clones that like saw everything. Like, I'll say like passively, you don't even need to like roll for it. You just hear like some talk. There's like conversations about the Jedi just kind of like all these younglings like got killed and the Jedi couldn't see it coming, or like are they really as strong as we think they are, or like they're just kind of like debating, or like they're a lot of them are having second thoughts. Like I'd say it's like maybe like about 60 to 40% of like a split between of the clones saying, oh, these Jedi, maybe they're not as strong as we think they are, and another 40 are just mainly talking about how big of a tragedy it is, how much they want to get the guy who did this. And like you're like hearing all this conversation, like just like off in the sidelines. Some clones straighten up when they see you, they recognize a commando. And I'll say like passing by the corridors, you go by the crates, pass by crate squad, and like you're hearing about the same ratio between the chat, between all of them chit chattering about everything. I'll actually because there are specific ones and they'll have different thoughts on the whole situation. Let me just find out who's saying what real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, Jet is focusing on... Jet isn't part of the tragedy camp. Pharos is more... It's sad. Bones and Tag and are a bit more on that, like, the Jedi are, like, you know, kind of let this happen, or, you know, it's partially on them, and Entry is kind of in the middle. And, like, that's just what you're hearing as, like, you're passing by their quarters and going into yours. If you want to try to intervene, or you just kind of want to be a fly in the wall, or listen to them go at it, do you?
I'd say a little fly on the wall.
Alright. Yeah. Tag is just like, listen, if these Jedi can't exactly, you know, notice a snake in their midst, maybe they're not as all-knowing and all-powerful as they make themselves out to be. And Pharos is like, that Jedi is like an old Couto. He's been around the council for long as anyone can remember. How could they have known? And yeah, and it's like slowly just like the debate is like becoming more and more heated, and eventually just like, all right, that's enough. It's been a long day. We have to prep for the salutes for the lost Jedi. So cut the chatter and head to sleep, all of you. And like Tag just kind of goes and just everyone like is going up into their respective bunkers, and Jet walks out seeing you, Viper, being like, oh, how much of that have you heard?
The same. Just about the same that I've been hearing around the barracks.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
You aren't the first, and you certainly won't be the last.
I don't know. It's Coruscant hasn't been this hard in at least probably the last 1,000 years, and the Jedi Temple is held in such high regard. It's a safe haven for some people, and the fact that so many died and it was orchestrated seemingly by this Dooku. It's a real shame.
And we prep. I don't know what it is you're feeling, and I don't know what exactly your views are. I don't know exactly your views on this, whether it be against the Jedi or for the Jedi, but nonetheless, we're all in this together. Every one of us.
Of course.
Right now, more than anything, the Republic needs us. So, keep a stiff upper lip, a head up, and assist whenever you can. Not just for the Jedi, but for your brothers and sisters around you.
Of course, yes. Last thing I want is to see any more bodies lost to the Seppies or anyone else even. But I'll try to tighten them up tomorrow and see how many heads I can get straightened up. Right. Rest easy.
Do what you can, Ripper. As with you.
And she'll give you like a little finger salute, and she'll make her way off to your quarters, and you go to yours.
And he's just reminiscing on just sort of like that, just her comment on Dooku, and he's just sort of like, yeah, right, bastard. And he walks off to his quarters.
All right, Soren, is there anything you're doing right before the night comes to right before everyone's getting their rest in?
However long it takes to tell Windu everything that I can, or everything that he'll listen to. That's probably the most
Okay.
Soren is going to do. I'd also like to reiterate that Soren doesn't know if the sorcerers are involved with what just happened.
Mhm.
He's just saying that if he was in their shoes, this would be a great time to strike.
Got it. So yeah, you tell him about all the weaknesses of the sorcerers, or like that the sorcerers know of on the Republic and the Separatist side.
Basically, yeah. What the sorcerers will know, their sort of style of, their what they've been doing for the past couple of ever since he had joined.
Yes. Yeah.
How big the complex is, what their numbers were when he last checked, all that stuff.
Okay.
Anything that I imagine Mace Windu would find useful. So.
Oh yeah, he just kind of lets you just say all this stuff, and he just like he brings out a data pad and just like writes all of this down. At some points, just getting lost in like the complexity of this order that's just been existing under the Republic's and Jedi's nose for however long this figure is.
Yeah, and then I guess I'll finish off with like the Grandmaster and the very little I know about him, but
remind me what you know about him again.
Not very much. I like literally just like you revealed very little about the Grandmaster to me. Just that to Soren, he's the most powerful force wielder that I know.
Yeah, he just kind of just like scratches his chin, goes, Do you think if we send an entire garrison or just your army of the 99th, or Shir'iven's army, that it'll be enough to destroy him, or will you perhaps need more forces?
I'm not very sure. It really depends on whether or not we can catch their pants down. There are 4 generals about the same at the same level that I'd place Shiri.
Interesting.
And then there's the Grandmaster himself.
I'll discuss with... Oh, sorry.
I don't think there's a single person that I know. Granted, I don't know very many Jedi.
Well.
That could stand toe to toe with the Grandmaster.
Well, you know me, at least. A bit better.
Yes,
than
but
you know me, at least. A bit better.
yes,
than
but
goes
all I
on.
know is that you have a cool lightsaber. I haven't really seen you in action.
And he just kind
I've
of...
heard story. I'd like to believe it.
Really? What have you heard, if I may ask?
That you're ruthless in battle.
Well, so there has been debate among other Jedi as far as who, between myself and Yoda, who is skilled in the art of war and the Force. While Yoda himself is quite knowledgeable of the Force and is quite resilient and quick on his feet, I would say that I myself am, if not just above him, then we are even in terms of combat prowess.
Why do you think I went to you and not Yoda?
Wise man, my tactic is using the dark side of who I am facing to my advantage, and in this instance it might be quite useful. I may be facing another campaign in the near future, so unfortunately I might not be able to join you, but I may know someone who can, if you really need him.
Oh,
I just need to make a few calls, but
well, you know everything that I know at this point. I'll let you make the call.
we'll discuss it. I'll discuss it with the councilmen and Shir'iven over the coming week, and we will decide from there. You just better hope that that chancellor approves this mission. If this is requiring a full garrison in order to bring these men to justice.
Well, that's everything that I have for you. I'm sorry that you haven't gotten the rest that you needed since everything went down.
It's
I'll be out of your way.
Of course. Rest well. You've done a lot of good today, boy. And he just kind of opens the door for you and walks you out. And yeah, with that, everybody is back in their respective places of rest, and everyone gets a nice long rest.
Yes.
Everyone's back to full
Praise
HP.
be.
Everyone's back to full HP, force points, all that good
Thank
stuff.
God.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was
That 50 health
wild.
wasn't looking good, Chief.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, so it's the new day starting. Yeah, I'll say we'll go to Raziel first, because I know you have doggo stuff coming into play or is that already done?
No, that's like in 40 minutes ish.
Okay. Yeah, then we'll cover your stuff first. So you already visited Brass for the Speeder stuff, that's taken care of, so it's bright and early in the morning, or however long you want to wait to take care of this next thing, then yeah, whatever you would like to
There's
do.
a few things. As Raz is getting ready, he just kind of mulls over everything that happened, and oh boy, he kind of groans to himself. Can't believe I'm about to do this. He's gonna find Anakin.
Okay. That'll be easy enough to do. You...
I think he knows where his room
Find him.
is.
Oh, you're going right to his room, then?
Or no, well, he's gonna try to find him, and if he's like the last place will be his room, but like he's gonna just scout around the temple to see if he can find where he is.
Okay.
If he's out and about.
I'll say you go to his room, or like just kind of ask around a little bit, and you'll find that like one of them, you're eventually pointing off to the Jedi Archives, and Deegig isn't there at the moment, but you do see Anakin sort of like on like this little ladder fixture situation, and he's kind of like going through every single little like he's at the very, very top of this, as high as this ladder can go, like at the top of these little archive things, and pulling out all these data pads and reorganizing them by numerical order. But yeah, like Anakin appears to just be like doing some sort of organizing of the archives right now. Doesn't seem to notice you at the moment. He's like, his back is to you as he's like putting away these things.
This is gonna be fun.
Force pushes ladder down so he falls.
No. I would. Raziel's not that cruel.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Raziel, spotting Anakin, he just kind of takes a deep breath and lets it out. And tries to remain calm as he walks further in and eventually approaches Anakin.
Okay. He's like slowly, just barely notices you. Like he kind of just like looks down behind you, looks down behind himself, down on the ladder. Like, are you waiting at the edge of it, or?
Yeah, I'm like waiting at the. He's like up on the ladder.
Yeah, he's like at the top still.
Okay, he's like
Convulsion.
Oh my fucking god, no! You're gonna destroy all these fucking archives. Stop!
He just he waits at the bottom, arms crossed, looking up. Just kind of it's kind of clearing his throat to get his attention.
Yeah, he'll kind of look down at you and then go back to his archive organizing, and then he just goes, I guess you have some words for me then, don't you?
Something like that.
Don't want
Is there a place we can talk privately?
He like sort of like just places the last archive he has like in the thing, just goes, there's a study room in the archives, just give me a minute, as he like starts to climb down. Rather not have Jocasta yell at me for keeping quiet when we should be working.
This won't take long.
Kind of like goes down and like waves to Madame Jocasta. I'm going on my break, and Jocasta goes, all right, young Skywalker, you have 15 minutes. I better see you back at the... I want all this archives organized by the end of the day. And he goes, of course, madam. And yeah, Anakin will eventually lead you to one of the study rooms. It's kind of just like any college library, where it just has like sort of a dry a data erase board, and it has like these little pens on it so you can just draw stuff. And there's like plenty of notebooks there for writing, and just general like computers there as well. And like the door closes. Just so you are aware, it is like there is a window so people can see you guys, so they know, oh shit, this room is occupied. I'm gonna wait for this to clear. So
Okay.
just be mindful. They can see you, but unless you're yelling, they can't hear you. Just letting you know.
Okay, gotcha. Sure thing.
Mhm.
All right. So yeah,
Like
once
yeah, Anakin closes the
go
door
ahead.
behind you, and he goes, all right, out with it.
and he just finds the nearest wall, leans against it, crosses his arms. I'm just gonna get right to it. That move you were about to use, it's not something the Jedi practice in. I recognize that technique. It originates in the dark side of the Force. My former master, Maul, used to use it all the time. And you, a Padawan, were about to use it on a clone. My teammate. And that's concerning.
He kind of turns away and goes, I'm not a youngling anymore. I know where these things in the Force reside and where they come from. Just tired of people like Obi-Wan and all your other friends and all these clones that just won't listen to me, and they try to undermine my opinion when I can actually contribute if they just gave me a chance. At least Shir'iven takes the time to listen to what I have to say.
No one else listens? Is that what this is about? That you feel like you can't help?
He kind of just pulls a chair that's on one of the desks and sits down, puts his head in his hands and goes, I feel like I can break through to Master Obi-Wan sometimes, but I don't think he really understands what I've gone through. It's been the 10 years under him, and when I had to leave behind just to join all this. And it's just not as it's not... Being a Jedi isn't as fun as I thought it'd be.
What did you think it was going to be like?
Thought it would be doing more good. Actually keeping the peace. Maybe flying around, exploring some other systems. Saving people. Freeing those from... Just kind of looks off and goes... servitude or slavery. But... I guess it was more glamour than I expected for being as young as I was when they first came for me.
Who first came for you? If you don't mind me asking.
Kind of just offers you to sit down across from him.
He nods, and he takes the other chair and sits down. Just kind of leans in, he like he's listening.
And he goes, it's just my mother and I. We were born into slavery on Tatooine 10 or so years ago, and around that time I was barely even 8 or 9 years old, and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon came for me. And they made a deal with my owner at the time to have myself free, but not my mother. I tried to come back all those years later for another objective, but I tried to save her, and it didn't go well. He's kind of just looks very anxious, and it's just kind of this awkward silence is filling up the room.
When he mentions he went back for his mother, it didn't go well. Is he able to make the connection? Does he need to do an insight check or something to figure out
Yeah, I'll say make an insight
what
check to
happened to his mother?
Yeah, I'll say roll an insight just to see how much you can relatively guess by reading of the body language.
Okay.
Getting the context.
My insight's not great, so
Yeah, it's fine. Let's see.
let's see. Okay. That's. Oh wait, actually, it should have been.
Yeah, I'll 13.
Properly, there we go.
Okay, we'll take it on the 13 because it was actually on the.
Yeah, I forgot. My
You're
bad.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. 13. Yeah. He's not, like... You see, like, a little... Like, yeah, like, he almost had a tear fall, but, like, he just kind of quickly, like, wipes it off, and you can kind of guess something happened. The mother is... You can reliably guess that his mother is not around anymore. Something went wrong in the rescue. Can't quite get what it is. Like, you don't know the specifics, but you have a solid feeling, okay, that it went wrong that bad. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and with that, at least with that,
Mhm.
realization, his eyes kind of widen in shock. And like there's a gaze of like sympathy and kind of understanding coming from Raz as he looks at Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. More than you might know.
How can you? He just kind of like looks to you with eyes just slightly swelling up a little bit, or like there's like a mix of he's genuinely questioning, but it's slightly accusatory a bit.
Yeah, he just looks straight at Anakin, and with a grimace, he just goes, "Because I lost my mother too." You know, I came from a farm. I lived on a planet, Iridonia. It was a peaceful life. We certainly didn't have the technology Coruscant has, but we got by. It was happy, peaceful even. I must have been about 8 years old when my mother sent me away. When I came back, and he just almost kind of tears up, but tries to remain strong in front of Anakin for his sake.
Mm-hmm.
When I came back, my village was burned to the ground. No survivors. I tried searching for my mother, and all I found was a necklace, the only remaining thing left of her, and her burnt corpse. It wasn't long after that when a strange figure in a cloak, Darth Sidious, came for me. He brought me to Maul. I thought I was doing the right thing for so long, but I was just fooling myself. I was blind by vengeance, anger. Darkness nearly consumed me. All because I wanted revenge for what happened to my mother. And I still have no clue what happened that day. I've been trying to make things right since. Actually doing some good here. So yes, I can understand your pain. And he's like looking at Anakin, and he does see a tear stream down Raz's face before he just wipes it away.
Anakin kind of takes that look in, like you see a genuine look of pity on him. And he goes, well, I can tell you this much. I didn't get revenge that day. I want to say I don't regret it, but I still... It still haunts me in my dreams, along with someone else I care for greatly. And I will do anything I can to ensure I won't go through that pain and relive it.
Take it from me. Someone who's been through their share of pain. Don't let yourself be consumed by vengeance. Revenge, no matter how tempting it may be at the time, it doesn't fix anything. Trust me, I know.
Kind of closes his eyes and just looks off back into the archives. And go ahead and make me a persuasion roll.
Okay. Give me good stuff, gang. Persuasion. I've got a... Damn. I'm proficient in that, too.
Okay. Alright, I'll say, like... He just kind of looks in the archives and back to you, going... Well... The council has ordered I'm put under archive duty for the next month or so. At least until my behavior noticeably changes. But I will at least say I appreciate the effort being made to trying to understand how I'm feeling.
No one deserves to go through pain alone. I know we haven't seen eye to eye, but I know what it's like to be consumed by darkness. If there's any way I can help steer you away from that, I'd like to. I don't want to see anyone make the same mistakes I did.
Damn. Okay. He just kind of looks to you and, like, puts a hand on your shoulders, going, I appreciate it. I'll be in the library for quite a while if you'd stop by every now and then. I wouldn't say no to it. But
He just...
Oh, go ahead. Hello?
Sorry, hello?
Oh, yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, sound cut out real quick. Okay. With that, Raziel looks up to Anakin. He smiles genuinely. And he goes, I'll be sure to visit then.
And, just
As
kind of
long
gives...
as you don't company.
And, like, he gives your shoulder pat and goes, be a nice change of pace. It's beats having all the masters around as usual, or feeling like I'm watched by those who are afraid of me. And last night certainly didn't help change that opinion.
Well, nearly choking someone doesn't exactly do you any favors. But
yeah, and
I wouldn't say I'm friends with a lot of the Jedi Masters either. So I get the change of pace. Just word of warning. I wasn't kidding about what I said. You touch Viper again, and you might have a problem.
he's kind of like grips your shoulders
But
like,
he just says that like kind of with a confident smirk.
okay. He kind of looks to you and smiles back, goes, I understand. And like as like he's about to leave the study, he goes, by the way, I wanted to say back there, you handle yourself on a speeder quite well for someone who's never ridden prior.
Thanks. It's fun. Never really had a chance back home, so it's a nice hobby to get into.
Remind me to, I have to get back to work, but remind me to tell you how this, pod race went when I was a kid. It was pretty wizard.
You rode in a pod racer
Oh yeah.
as a kid?
Of course. That's why I was quite in tune with the Force even at that young age, and it's what Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan at the time put a bet on me, and that's how me winning that race is how I ended up here.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding.
I'm serious. You should try spinning sometime. It's a good trick.
That's a good.
Oh god.
He just kind of laughs a bit. I gotta hear that story at some point.
We'll find time. I'm good. You're gonna be seeing a lot of me in here for a little while. And you just hear from the back, Skywalker! I don't see those archives being organized! And goes, coming, madam! And he goes, just sort of like rushes off to the ladder. But like he'll wave a quick goodbye and right before he leaves.
Yeah, and Rez will just go like, I won't keep you. See you around. And he gives a 2-finger salute
Yeah.
as he walks off.
Mm-hmm. All right. Say going on to let's go over to Soren. What's going on with you, bud? Is like you're waking up back at the agency. Anything you like to do while you're there?
Ooh, that is a great question. Hold on. I'm pulling up the list
Mm-hmm.
because there was a list.
Yes, yes.
I'm gonna work on bad news.
Okay.
I'm gonna find a quiet spot with a large table, take it apart, clean every piece,
Okay.
and start thinking about because they know if we're going to Jakku, they know my skill set and what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find some way to surprise them or throw them off their guard. You know, any little thing will be used against me. So I'd like to try and increase the holding capacity of bad news.
Okay.
We need more bad news.
You can never have enough. I will say,
So yeah, if I can like modify the what's it called, the magazine that holds the shells in a way that doesn't change the center of balance on bad news, that's what I'd focus on, all while thinking about.
Okay. And just using like your own devices or like whatever's like nearby and like leftover scraps in the armory and all that jazz.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I doubt anyone really knows this type of gun and ammunition better than I do.
Okay. I'll say go ahead and just make me an. Let's go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Investigation. 17.
17. I'll say that is enough. You find yourself like digging through all like the. Let's say like you go through the armory and you manage to find like this old looking sort of like this magazine looking contraption as in like and you realize, okay, if I just sort of unscrew things around, get rid of the bolt and basically like swap out all the rounds I have into these, I can get more rounds in per shot. So now you found a sort of a drop-in instantiamat, so and now it's it basically kind of works now like a modern like IRL 50 caliber rifle, and you've now doubled your magazine capacity.
Okay, cool. And I'm just recon is. I've been talking with recon just this whole time, just kind of explaining to him the gun, and just like, okay, so now this way. They know how many bullets I can shoot at a time.
Just hovering
right.
there, he just scans the whole gun, just like observation. This is looking already far deadlier with this one minor upgrade. Very insightful, Master.
See, and if someone is counting the shots, they'll be like, okay, he's got 4, he's done, he's reloading, and just wait for them to come out of the little hole and at least get the up advantage, gain the advantage. Maybe that's enough to turn the tide of battle, recon.
Analysis. You might require some extra components if you wish to catch them further off guard.
Well, baby steps. Baby steps, recon.
Well,
to be honest, I'm not sure.
That Davaronian fellow at the shop. Perhaps he might have some things that are of use for you?
Yes, perhaps. We've got some time before we head off to Jakku, so sure, we'll head over there at some point. I'm just, to be honest, recon, I'm not sure. To be honest, recon, I really don't want to go back there. I know I have to, but. It's the last time I saw my sister. Speaking of which, does recon have the frequency that I've been sending messages to?
I'll say you gave it to him at some point in your downtime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Long shot. Has there been any activity other than all of the messages getting read?
Analyzing. And like you see like his one eye just like moving around. Nothing, I am afraid.
It's okay. You know what? Here. Record this and send it across. I doubt it's going to do anything, but if it does get read, maybe I don't know. I feel like she just needs to know.
And he like just kind of nods, and we'll go into a recording mode and just start like getting you like you're wanting like a video or just a hologram audio message. What do you?
Yeah, hologram message is fine, and it's just I'm just sitting at the desk like still cleaning parts, putting it back together, like she would recognize the rifle. As soon as Silius, as soon as Recon starts recording,
Yes. Yeah, he is recording now.
Yeah. So, I'm heading back to Jakku. In case you are going to be in the area. I'm doing okay. I mean, you probably heard of the attack on the Jedi Temple. I was there. We did our best, but I find myself being thrown into the middle of this war. I'm not sure we had ever expected to be part of something this big. I have no idea what you're up to. Perhaps you're watching from afar. But going back to Jakku, to dismantle the sorcerers. And I don't know if you knew. You were just looking out for me, so I don't blame you for leaving me with them. What could you have known? And if you did know, well, I don't know how I would feel about that. A few weeks ago, I met another Chiss. One that we know, actually. His name's Thrawn. I thought you and I might be the only surviving ones, as I haven't seen another Chiss in all of my travels. I don't know. Celia, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I don't know if I am going back to Shilla. But in case you're there and you're listening, I could use a little bit of guidance. You know, the thing that big sisters do. If you can. I understand if you can't. I mean, I've gone this far on my own. Okay, Recon. We're finished here.
Transmission ceases and goes.
Observation. Very well worded, Master.
I'm sure she will hopefully, if she has nothing to respond with, she will at least appreciate the kind words.
Expectations low, Recon. Expectations low, and that's how we don't get disappointed. Let's go see about the Jakru.
Alright. Yes, you eventually find your way to Jakru's little,
Oh, shit. That was going to be later, but sure. Yeah, why not?
Okay. But yeah, you eventually find your way there, and he goes, "Hey, it's my favorite customer again, Soren."
Jakru, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Oh, I see you've modified your little bad news there, yes?
Yes, I did. Just some quality of life changes and fixes. Nothing too fancy. That's what I come to you for.
Oh, I might just have this thing for you. I recently sort of unloaded this from trying to reorganize the basement, as he kind of like pulls out this giant little this giant briefcase of sorts, and like sort of plops on the table and opens it up, and you see what looks to be like these, like, you know, like frag grenades from like World War II, and they're kind of like on these little sticks, and but you see like these sticks have like little holes on them, and he goes, if you're ever looking to cause a little more damage to something, or you have a bigger target, these puppies right here, as he like offers a hand to like may I demonstrate for you?
Sure.
Right. As he like takes bad news, and you see like, well, you just a simple grenade, right? Incorrect. As he like actually like screws it onto the top of bad news, and like he like aims it off and goes, once you aim this bad boy, it is actually quite a deadly projectile as it goes. You have a nice little mobile motor, so to say.
Okay, so for example, if I had... So, for example, in my last mission, I left a thermal detonator in someone's hands.
Oh,
But
really?
I needed to get really close to them. With this, distance is not a factor.
It's the traditional range of your rifle might be slightly decreased, but as long as you
Fine.
I will say
It's
this much:
to
if you
know.
hit them with it, it's going to be very hard to avoid it. But if you, even if you miss, it's still going to blow up in their face, and they'll have a hard time to avoid this scenario. In this
Sure.
casings particular, I have an incendiary. I have a couple of incendiary and 2 ion, so the latter being more effective for vehicles, larger constructs, and droids, all that sort of thing.
Well, Kev,
Yes.
knowing what I know, there are more organics and less droids that we're going to be up against, right?
Yes, that is true.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I will say,
then-
like, these grenades, they are slightly, because they are a bit larger, but, like, looking at the design of them, they are a bit more compact, that these will pack a fair bit more punch than your average thermal detonator. And
Yeah,
the
yeah.
range is, basically, like, mechanically how it works is you, will roll to hit them, hit or miss, it's going to explode. Like, it's
Got it.
It's a little bit of extra damage, but if it hits them, it's disadvantage on the save, and if it doesn't hit them, it's just a regular save. And
Got it. Okay.
yeah, area of effect is like 15 or so foot radius.
Sure. Okay. Then yeah, I guess I'll take one of each then.
Okay.
But Soren's gonna be like, so, Jakru,
Yes.
I want you to set aside one of each for me, and I will procure some credits. You see, things are a little bit. My pockets are a little bit light right now. I was at 1313. Was it 1313? I was at
Yes.
the pit. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was at 1313 for the first time, and well,
You got robbed, didn't you?
yes, embarrassingly enough.
Oh, you are definitely not the Coruscant boy. That part of town is always a little bit on the sketchy side. You'll always want to keep an eye out for pickpockets and things of that nature.
Well, now that I know,
Of
now
course.
that I know, that 1313 is going to have to look out for me.
Of course. But I will say I make you a deal. If you can, normally this would be 500, but for you I could give it to you for 250 plus if you have any spicy information to say.
Spicy information. Ooh.
I do so love a little bit of drama. If it's either in the barracks or could be something else, I love hearing it all.
Well, Let me think about this, Kev, just for,
Oh, for
a
sure.
quick
Take your
second.
time.
You know what? Soren's gonna lie.
Oh, I mean, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the lie you would tend to tell. I mean, yeah, go right
Yeah.
ahead. It's really dependent on what it is. I'll have to ask for a roll, but go right ahead.
Yeah, I think the believable lie is that there's... Okay. Yeah. Well, 250 credits for both or for each?
Fuck it, for both. I'm in a charitable mood. It's Coruscant's in a hard day. I want to at least spread the good about it. And in this case, it's being, yes, in this case, spreading the good is you spreading liquid hot death upon people, but perspective. So, what do you have for old Jack Crew?
So, I've been spending a lot of time in the Jedi Temple.
Oh yes, I've heard quite. You and your friends have been quite busy over there. I've heard.
And good friend Soren is quite observant, quite an expert in reading social cues and gathering information. And so, the Jedi Council,
Yes.
arbiters of peace and
Yeah,
extremely
they're just a bunch of old
strict.
cooks in his circle. Nothing.
Extremely disciplined, though, despite that fact.
Of course, yes.
I heard that one of the Jedi Council members actually isn't quite as... how would I say the word? Pious? Pious to his or her oath of celibacy.
Kind of just like jaw agape because no, you. Wait, Soren, did you sleep with the Jedi Master and now you're telling me about it?
Me?
I mean, come, look at you. You're a very handsome young man. I wouldn't be surprised.
Around.
I mean, yeah, just was it you, or do you know which Jedi are involved? You don't have to say names, but I would really prefer. I'll more easily let these go if you slip the names.
Jacques, a gentleman, never kisses and tells. You know this.
You sly lothkit, you! I love it. Okay, all right, take these little grenades and get out of here. He kind of just
Pleasure.
he puts it in a slightly smaller case for you, and or I'll say he finds little attachments too, so you can affix one of each to your belt, and yeah.
Okay, so one is an incendiary mortar, and then the other is an ion.
Yes.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. It will cost around to.
That's fine.
I'll say no. The mechanism, the way it is, it won't cost around to fire. It's just essentially loading in a singular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do mechanics
For sure.
in the background later.
Okay. All right. Next up, we'll just go over to Shir'iven. Anything you got going as the weakness starting to go off?
Shuri is going with D-Gag.
Okay.
So, wait, did we get confirmation on the trial?
Yeah, I'll say as you go over to DX quarters, you find that Master Yoda is there with her and goes
Shir'iven, the Jedi I wanted to see. Yes. Good news I have for your Padawan. Much needed it is in these hard times.
Yes, Master Yoda, what is it?
For her action in saving the young Mikhail, past the trial of courage she has.
That's wonderful.
and you see Dig just just sort of bit timidly goes only 2 remaining left at this point, and Yoda just turns to going,
Yes, young one. 2 difficult ones, as a matter of fact. The trial of the flesh and trial of the spirit. Much preparation you will need for both.
He goes, of course, Master. And Yoda will sort of hobble outside of the room and sort of be
Train her, prepare her well, you will. I trust Shiri.
Of course, Master Yoda.
And door will close behind him as you're back alone with D-Gig in her quarters, and D-Gig kind of just starts at least looking a little bit more anxious. He's oh boy.
It's... Take a deep breath. It's all right.
I know these trials aren't particularly soon, but I'm not exactly comfortable barely leaving this temple just yet, and I know I already stuck my neck out for young Mikhail, but I have to come up against either a Sith Lord or someone of great challenge for the flesh, and I don't even want to know what inner demons I have to face for the trial of the spirit.
And that's why I'm here. We are going to prepare you.
Okay.
Now, why don't we... We'll focus on the inner darkness and everything at a later time.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, why don't we try to get your form ready, see how you fare in battle.
Okay. And all right, we'll just head over to the gardens then and just do some tests and.
Yes. Come
right.
along then.
All right. Fast forwarding off to the gardens, you yeah, just like the usual masters there and the younglings going through their doing their cycles. They all like see Deegan like and start waving, and like Summer saying hi to you too as well, Sherry. All just like,
Sherry always nods in she nods when she sees them, just like greeting them. Gives a little wave every so often.
yeah. Deegan is like a little bit more sheepish and just like waves and like kind of whispers to you, is this what being an idol is like, or
It would seem so.
I'm not really used to it. It's my usually just keep my head buried in the archives text and just read whatever knowledge I can. I haven't exactly been a standout student here, even in your absence. So
They're grateful for the challenge you have faced. Saving all those younglings and doing what you could yesterday. You did a good job, Deacon.
thank you, Master. I needed that, and you eventually like go off to your usual sparring spot, and Degeg will take out her saber, and you will pop out your tonfas, and
Yep.
yeah, we're just gonna have a little roll off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll roll.
All right, just straight 20s or
Yeah, I'll say just five d20s. I'll roll mine first. Okay. So there's. Oh wow, yeah. So she like. Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, with her bonuses, is your AC is just 20 still right now? Yeah, or are you using your Tonfa ability to up your AC? At all?
Tonfa ability is up.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I'm at 22 right now.
Yeah. Oh no, they're because your Tonfas are 2 each. It adds like minusing the 2 to your attacks, but you are upping the upping your AC by that amount. So it's for each one, it's +4 you're getting total. So
It'd be 24.
oh yeah. So she's only hitting with the first 2 strikes, as she just kind of like first like gets in with the saber and the other. Like the first saber strike actually like makes contact and you block just in time. Your last 3 hits get her off guard, and like she'll with the last hit she has it'll be another just like an open palm strike just on your center chest, and catches your breath for a little moment, and she goes, "Wow, those new sabers are quite a bit to work around."
A good challenge for you then, young one.
All right, let's try again. As she'll go in. Wow, that's way worse. Holy shit!
You got this, honey. Come on, you got this.
Yeah, you are just. She's getting a bit trounced as like she's like trying like. She's being a bit more aggressive in the style, and it's like you're just like.
What style does she work with?
She's doing Form 3 along with a couple of monk. What's the word I'm looking for? Terraskasi, like a mixture of those 3. So she's trying to be a bit more focusing. She's like trying to shift a bit more from trying to get the saber strikes into just punching you, and she found a bit more success with that. And yeah, with that 18, she like sort of like kicks you like off in the thigh, but like those last 4 strikes, she's just and like you're blocking every single one. And with that 20 and 14, you're just like, you're sort of, yeah, you're 2 for 2, or at least right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit even now, but yeah.
Concentrate, D-Gag. Use the force with your strikes. If you are using your fists, try and put the force into it. Could catch the enemy off guard.
Right, master. And, like, she'll sort of like close her eyes and like take Obi-Wan's like signature little stance, and I'll just she's going to I'm just gonna make these rolls straight.
All right.
Let's see if they're any
Ready?
better. One more and go. Wow, 60. You've rolled wait, yeah, because you rolled 53 last time, but 62 times in a row. Shit. But yeah, and she's just she's like cannot break your guard, and you get like 3 more hits in, and like you just like Diga just like gets down on the ground. It's like she gets like one other kick in, but you
that nat 1 is definitely where she felt it.
Oh yeah, that nat 1
She
you
does.
just sort of
She does immediately praise her for that one.
okay. Yeah, like with the 19, like she gets like a kick in, but with the nat 1, she kind of attempts to like get a nice clean slice in, but you manage to just sort of like, I'll say you even, if you want the flavor, that you can just twist her saber out of her hand on the nat 1. And she just goes,
I would. I catch it and I hand it right back to her.
It's okay. It's going to take time. That's why we're here.
She kind of just like, I'll give her a roll. See how she's doing. I'll roll on the golden die. Cocked a little. Okay. And she just kind of takes it, looks a little bit frustrated, but she like has this look of determination on her face, and we'll give it.
I know you can do this, Deacon.
I am one with the force is with me. I am one with the force is with me. And she's gonna try
I'm
one more time.
rolling it.
Yeah, one last time. Nice. Nah, she's
Nice.
6 to 9.
Nice.
But yeah, she is just not breaking it today. It's just,
It's okay.
yeah, she again only
Take it
gets
on.
1 or 1.5 hits in on you, and she's just like exhausted, even in like the short time of training. Just
Let's take a break.
okay, all right, master, and she'll kind of go off and like get some tea going, and guys will just like, switch to a little bit of meditation before training kicks up, and you get some good progress in with her.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. All right, and last thing before we hit the break.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
You good?
I don't know what happened, but I'm like getting no sound on my audio interface on my desktop, so I had to move to my laptop.
You
Oh,
good?
jeez.
I have no idea what the issue is, so I'm gonna have to try to troubleshoot that later.
No worries.
But at least this works.
All right.
I'm coming in okay, not bad quality, good
Yep,
stuff.
coming in great.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome,
Yeah,
sweet.
I'd say just like, might need a new caption link, but yeah, I think you're fine.
I just did that actually.
Okay, awesome. But yeah.
If you want, I can come over and fix it.
Yeah. Going off to back to Viper. Says you're waking up at the barracks.
That's me.
any-
That's me.
Yeah, anything you're up to as the chatter is still chatter's still a little bit lively, or it's calmed down quite a bit at the barracks, about like the Jedi chatter and the sentiments of either side, and is there anything you're up to while it's your morning and you got some time to kill?
Time to kill. You know what? I'm also gonna go over to Jakru, see if he's got anything. I have 25,000 credits to my name, and I think after everything that we've been through, I think a little shopping could cleanse the soul.
Just Viper's independent shopping episode.
I have 700. How?
Yeah, he's just never spent. Like, you guys raided that Ryloff thing, and some of you guys have. I think Viper's the only one who has yet to buy a single thing with his money. He was gifted the armor. He was gifted the fucking bow.
Perks for being a war boy. What, you guys don't have war bonds?
All right, but yeah, I'll say like you go over to Jakru's little shop. I'll say like, if you wanted Soren, you would have passed by Viper as he was going in.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Viper.
Oh, a clone commando. This is a bit of a rarity. I've been having the grace to visit our little agency. What can I do you for?
Morning, Soren. Recon. Jakru, I believe.
Jakru, I don't believe you two have met. Jakru, this is Viper, one of the people on the team, and someone I trust very much. You must treat him very well, as well as you treat myself.
Of course, nothing but the best for my favorite customer, and now my possibly new favorite clone. As he like kind of winks at you, Viper. Well, let's see what you're looking to procure, and we will try to find something for you, friend. So
I will catch up with you later, Viper. I have things to do.
All right, catch you around.
All right. So in Jakru's little shop, and he just kind of like opens his head, like still's like sitting at the counter, just kind of like tip tapping his little sharpened fingernails at the counter, like, so. I don't usually get clones. Hell, I never get clones in this little shop, so what can I do you for? I've heard only tales of the camaraderie and the gravitas of these of you commando types, and if there's anything I can do to make your life a little more easier in terms of combat, I would very much like to assist.
Do you have in terms of wrist pads and armor? Last battle I was in, I got banged up pretty bad. And he's just sort of like notions to just sort of like just the slight scorch marks from Dooku's lightning.
Mm-hmm. I see. Well. Oh, I might have this. I do have this. It is a bit of a more recent adjustment, but as he sort of pulls off this other little, it's sort of a this little data chip, and he goes, "This right here, if you apply it into your armor, then it will adapt immediately to any damage that is dealt to it. It is a bit of a chance. Its kinks aren't entirely worked out, but once it is, properly attuned to all of your settings, then it will, what's the word? It will adjust any harm you are to endure."
Fascinating. All right, what's the damage?
Go ahead and, as he kind of like sort of like he'll put it on himself, and I'll just roll a d10.
No, I meant, bad lingo. How much?
Oh, for this, it's a little bit faulty. I can offer it to you for 5,000 credits. Oh, just I can show you as he like sort of like.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he'll like put it in like into like a data pad, and I will as like he like puts it over in a piece of armor. And I'll just roll a d10. That's a 5, and you see that the suit that he kind of puts it on, or like his little armor, like you see like a sort of shield start to form, and he goes, "Now resistant to ion damage." And
interesting.
Yeah. And he goes, it is a tad finicky. It's very much of a gamble. You can't control what it is at the start of the. You can change it every other day, but I would say it is an option. If like you just have to, at the top of the day, you can ask it to once the armor is activated, it will take on a form it is resistant to, and you can adjust it as you wish, or leave it as is for as long as you like.
Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. What else you got?
Let's see, other armors. Well, you're already spotting a matrix piece. How about something for your blaster, perhaps, or what else did you say you were looking? Oh, your wristband, yes. You could. I have this as like he sort of pulls off these like various little other attachments for your data pad, and goes, you decide the amplifier if you would like, but there are different things here. You can allow it to be whatever you cast to be, have a little bit more cold freezing applications to it, a bit more burning away either via acid or fire. You can perhaps create illusions. Let me see what else we have lying around. And you have all these. If you are the type to be more healing, then it will add resolve to your allies. But what is this one? Ooh. And a bit more, your powers can have a bit more punch, or they can be a little bit harder to avoid.
Bit more punch, you say?
It's depending on the type you are looking to buy. I will say the premium ones are on you about 10,000 credits and 5,000 for the prototypes. Oh wait,
Let's keep it.
Sorry, reverse that. It's 10,000 for the prototypes and 5,000 for the ones below.
Viper just sort of like mulls it over and just sort of like, Let's keep it simple. I'll take the chip, the damage resist one.
All right, you know, as he like sort of like takes it off of his old armor, and sort of
5,000 credits. You said correct?
5,000, yes. And go ahead and roll
5,000.
me. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a d10.
1 d10 coming right up.
10. All right. The chip sort of like gets into you and goes, adaptive armor activated. And let me just find, I have to pull up armor mods again. Where is it? Adapted armor. Goes, sonic resistance activated. As you, at least, yeah, you can reroll as much, every day. You have a week if you want to get it to a type that you really would like to be resistant to.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. But right now it is resistant to sonic, so.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, at least I know I won't be blown away by a Republic gunship.
Yeah, at least if you're in an explosion, it's not going to destroy your ear holes.
Well, thank you for that. Oh, actually, while I'm here, do you happen to have any, say, droid modifications?
Oh? For what type of droid are you looking to?
Let's say something more on the smaller side.
Okay. Let us see. Let us take a look. How about this? As he kind of like pulls off this like pack of like almost like a block of Durasteel, and is like, as long as you give me the droid specs, I can smelt this and make it into the hull and greatly increase the durability of a droid. Let me see what else.
Anything perhaps on the offensive side?
I have shock arms, so I can give it a taser sort of situation. It deals a little bit of a. It's.
How much for both of them?
Oh, for both of them. Oof. The armor itself, the plating, that is going to run you another. I will say it is. If it's a smaller droid, I'm willing to lower the price. I'll make it 2,500 for the Dura plating Mark 1. And for the premium shock arm, that'll be another 2,500.
Another 5,000 in general.
All right.
And just slaps the credits right there and just sort of like, deal.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful. You've made more money today than any other client. So.
And just for reference, Viper goes to his data pad and pulls out a quick a sort of like a holographic picture of Recon. That's it. Something about this size.
Oh yeah, you'll have this enough armor, enough Dura steel to cover that, and if you have any other droids that could use such an upgrade, then they can. That should be more than enough Dura to provide on the house.
That should be good.
You do have I'll say R7, and he could very much use. Just letting you know, you do have another droid on the team who could very much love an AC boost.
Have we used our you know what? No, fuck it for funsies.
Yes.
Actually, well, since we're already here, any experience with R7 droids?
Oh, the Astromechs, yes. I mean, you've got plenty enough to cover. I'd say both of them moderately well. It's a very small chunk I need for the scout droid, and the remainder should be just enough for the R7 unit.
How much? How much more, or is that included?
It's included. It's a pretty decent chunk of Dura steel I have to work with. I will only use a small amount for the scout droid, and the remainder can go to your astromech friend.
Done and done.
I love it when business comes together, huh? Is there anything else I can help you with?
With that, Viper puts down an extra 2,000 credits, just sort of like, can you have it done in, say, 4 to 5 days?
Or, for you, I can make it 3. As he, will take it, be like, just send the droids my way, and, just as long as the droids are sent my way, I will do my best.
Sounds good to me.
And he will take that 2,000 and he just has a smile from ear to ear. He is so happy. Yeah, he is. Anything else you're sort of eyeing as you are in the space?
I already got a decent armor, so not necessarily, no.
Okay. All right. And yeah, he'll sort of wave you off and sort of just wish you a good day and getting back to it. All right. Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. In the music fucking snap shit. Okay, it's back. Okay. All right. I will say that I think with that we'll go to a quick little break in the meantime, and then we'll come back with a little bit more. So, I'll see you back in 5 if that's all right for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works for me.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. So, sit tight,
Yeah.
folks. And first time chat viewer, I smell profit. Nice. Oh yeah, I'm going for big fucking shit. I'm blanking on his name. I'm such a bad fit.
Hondo?
Yes. Yeah, Jakru has a very Hondo-esque accent.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll be back in 5, folks. Just wait right there. We'll be back in just a mo.
Cool.
All right, we're back, everybody. Oh god, so much shit's left to cover. But all right. Yeah, we got through everyone at least like for one of the first days, or I'll say like over the course of the first bit of the week. We'll say all that just happened transpired. I'll say any other quick things anyone wants to do before we get to the funeral portion. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm checking my DMs.
Yeah.
With me, I think I just want to make sure that D-Gag is ready for this.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, well, how long does D-Gag go right back to her room, or is she like kind of like shaken for a few days and she's with me?
Like after the training you just had?
No, with the funeral.
Oh, with the funeral, yeah.
Like, is it later in the week, or is it same day as the training thing?
It's later in the week. It's like you guys have your little bit of downtime, like the temple, the towers being rebuilt, the bodies, and like all the mess is being sort of kicked to the side, and like the building is being reconstructed. So you have this week is just downtime for yourself and anything else you want to do before like the funeral proceeds and Dooku's trial and all that stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like if you want to just like have like a quick, council meeting, like just or at least like a meeting with the four of you guys to discuss plans, and yeah.
I mean, do you guys want to do that, or do you want to save it for like the end? I'm cool with either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with either as well. I know we probably plan to do it at some point.
Yeah. I'm also cool with either.
It kind of depends on what Shiri wants to do. I guess.
What does the story?
Where do you want our shenanigans to go?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm getting like very big, like ending off on like Padme's like funeral and stuff like that, and just like the idea I just have like it ending, like our session ending there for the night. But obviously, I will leave this up to chance.
Okay.
Should we get like a D2 out or something and see where we go? Like heads, we discuss everything at the end. Tails, we do the funeral at the end.
I'll say like I figured out general order. We'll go back to, and we'll end it off with the funeral and maybe a talks after. We'll see how it goes, but yeah.
I'm chill. I'm chill with whatever.
Okay.
I'll
say we'll continue on with the res, and I'm assuming we'll go like some other day in the week.
Okay.
You find time to you're looking to visit the clones or like checking on Sora.
Yeah, there's at least one conversation I want to have with Sora.
Okay.
I'll try not to make it too long, but yeah.
For sure. I'll say
he'd probably do that before the funeral.
Oh yeah, 100%. This is all prior to the funeral, but.
Mm-hmm.
So you like are making your way to like you remember where like the captains or like at least like the individual ones are resting, and you kind of like just hear like a bit of a commotion coming from Sora's room, and I'll say like you just see like Patch storming off in the opposite direction, and like he just looks like really frustrated and just like has his hands, puts his helmet back on, just rushes like from like away from you. He doesn't see you. He just kind of looks like he just looks real frustrated, looks really angry, like just kind of in a huff, just can't believe it. He just like puts on his helmet, just goes off and, turns the corner out of sight and just going to his own thing.
Well, that's a promising start.
Probably.
Yeah. He eyeing Patch just angrily storming off because he doesn't see Patch usually that worked up. This kind of concerns him, but nevertheless, he knows what he came here for. He slowly walks to the entrance of Sora's room and kind of peeks in. I'm assuming the door's open from that.
Or like you knock on and like it'll open up into Sora's chambers, and you see, at least like on the wall, you see various marks or versions of of the jetpacks that Sor has collected over her time in training. You see like a couple of blasters, like some pictures of her as a cadet and her like just graduating the programs, and more recent ones. And just along the wall you kind of see her like in her bunk, just like just spinning her little pistol, just pointing it off at the wall and like just fake shooting it there. And she her helmet is off to the side, and like she's basically like in like her chest piece of her armor is off and her legs are too. She just has her arm one on with this, the two arm ones on, the one with your tattoo marking and her usual painting on the other arm. She's just kind of like, and she kind of looks, seeing it's you, Raz, and going, oh boy. And she just kind of like switches from like laying down to like sitting, just legs spread out, and like holsters the pistol, the SMG in her holster, is like, all right. And she just kind of like, come on in.
And he walks in, kind of closes the door.
Mm-hmm.
I take it I came at a bad time.
Putting it a tad mildly, yes, but Patch isn't exactly thrilled with how I handled things at the temple, and I wanted to, I was gonna wait another bit of time to do this, but I'm sorry for how I handled things there. Situation was a bit tense. We were on a ticking clock, and I didn't. My mind went back to Cece and you back in that droid foundry, and she kind of like pulls a chair and gets in closer.
And he finds a place to like kind of sit down.
Patch informed me that Cece's been reported as MIA. Last we heard of his vessel was in wild space, and he hasn't reported back in some time. And based on how it's going, chain of command, they're gonna want one of us to be promoted to the rank of commander. And Patch was eyeing me for the position, but at least considering me, and we just had a whole chit-chat, chinwag about what I did back at that temple. And she she just has her head in her hands, just like scrunching it, just not one of my best moments.
There was a lot of things escalated really fast, I'll admit.
Yes.
I know I've been acting more reckless and rash as of late. And I'm trying to work on that. Probably wasn't the smartest idea to try to go off alone. My thought was just trying to save someone else who needed help in the temple. Didn't really matter in the end. He got out, but yeah. But
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you.
So,
go on.
I'm just trying to at least. What Cece did back on Geonosis, it really left a bad taste in my mouth. It's just tossing you aside, leaving you to fight those droids all by yourself and die in that blast? It didn't sit well with me. Even he knew you were at least on our side for at least helping us in that effort, and the fact that he would just leave you to die like that, that's not right. Even though that's a job for... You turned over a new leaf and you deserve a new chance. Darn it. I just didn't want to be like him.
And I appreciate you giving me that chance. Not gonna lie, it stung, but I understood where he came from. I had just left the Sith. You didn't know if you could trust me or not. I got it. So, I appreciate you willing to give me that chance. What I want to know is... I know things got crazy at the temple. Time was running out. We needed to get everybody moving. And I know what I did was rash. And I'm sorry for that. But I guess I just want to know why you thought to point a gun at me.
She just kind of stands up and is like, "Kid, you're about as much a brother to me as anyone else in this damn barracks. And I was not gonna lose you because you wanted to. Just... Patch gave me an order to get you on that ship. And I was gonna do whatever I could to see that you were safe. Even if it was taking you out for a moment.
That was the order?
It was get you on the ship. Orders are orders from him, and I thought it was... looking back on it, I was a bit rash myself, even. I guess we having that in common, but I wanted to see it through, and it was time sensitive, and I didn't want to see you get hurt any further than you already were. You'd saved a lot of lives there, kid. You didn't have to put yourself through more just to get one more out of there.
And he kind of pauses for a moment. Tries to speak, but can't. But after a moment, he goes, I know I didn't have to, but... if you were... you spent about a decade of your life on the wrong side, doing what you thought was right, but it turned out you were just making more lives suffer, resulting in others getting killed. You'd want to make amends. Maybe, he just kind of gives off a hollow chuckle. Maybe it's my own punishment I'm giving myself. A way to atone. Feel like I need to keep doing good. To keep saving as many as I can. Because if I don't... that past is just gonna come up to me again.
And, with that, she kind of is like... She puts, like, she, like, shows off her arm tattoo of on the armor of your markings, and he's like, see that? I got this because you'd proven yourself back in that foundry, back in that temple too, and every other thing up until now that you've done. It's service for the Republic that you hardly knew at the time, and let's say you don't deserve any punishment. You've more than proven yourself as a loyal soldier, and I'm glad I can call you my brother.
And at that moment, you kind of see his eyes just kind of start watering. He tries to hold it in, but he starts choking up at that.
Yeah. Sora will, come in for a hug and, just pat the back of your head. It's okay, kid. And, she, sort of gets down on one knee and is, wipes a tear from your eye, being like, come on. I'm still here. And you're still here, too. We got...
Yeah.
It's a lot for us to do. And we got hit pretty hard the other day, I'm not gonna lie. It was rough seeing all those Jedi loaded in that moment of weakness. But I still want to see this through to you to the end. And we're gonna win this damn war. And we're gonna bring Maul and all his little friends down. You and I will be at the forefront of that. She kind of punches your arm.
Yeah. I'm gonna be right there with you. He kind of returns the gesture.
Atta boy. Kind of ruffles your head. Alright. Get on out of here. I'll be seeing you at the funeral. All the captains and myself will be there.
I'll be seeing you too. And before he leaves, he kind of stops. Looks to Sora again. How about this? It's clear everyone, including you, keeps saying that I don't need to punish myself. I've proven enough. It's time I tried to start believing in that. I'll try, really try, to think before I act. I'll even get help if I need it. I'll talk it over with you, anyone else on the team, so we can avoid situations like that in the future. I'll try on my end. If you're willing to try to talk things through with the team as well. No more pointing blasters at comrades. Just... we'll figure it out together. Deal?
Offering a handout to her in that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She'll take it after a little bit of consideration. Just be like, you got it, soldier.
Okay. Oh, and... I guess tell your crew that... Well... I noticed the others pointed their guns at Soren, and I know that happened.
She raises a hand up and is like, I'll talk to them too. We like the same sentiment.
I know it was just a gut reaction, but all the same, he's on our side. You don't have to worry.
Of course. And she just kind of like looks like much more relieved and relaxed, and it's like, right, well, thanks for stopping by and at least having the chatter. And I've got my own business to get back to.
Right. Thanks for the talk.
Of course. And nod, and you exit her chambers.
Yep.
All right. Viper, are you doing anything else prior to the funeral?
I'm gonna. No, not really. Not really.
All right. Shir'iven, anything you got by yourself, or perhaps with DA before the funeral starts that you have to RP out? Because otherwise we can say, like, you know...
I mean, we don't have to RP it, but more than likely just Shiri's just making sure DA is okay before the funeral starts.
Okay.
Yeah, just simple shit, like the typical mom shit.
Okay. I'll say you kind of, like, you know, get everyone... She, like, puts up, like, you know... Yeah, I'll say, like, fast forwarding to, like, the day of the funeral. The tower is, like, still being reconstructed. And, it's in that chamber where, in Clone Wars, it's that same room where we see Obi-Wan's, death. It's far too small to sort of take care of all the bodies, so the only masters in this room as of right now are, you know for a fact, are Yaktul, Deva Balaba, Adi Galia, and someone else died that was probably important.
Man,
a couple of other Jedi Knights.
The fact that, like, you're saying Depa, and I'm like, wow. Kanan's probably here, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Oh yeah. I'll say
That's right.
I will say, who is actually there? The entirety of the Jedi Council.
Right.
You have all the clone captains: Patch, Sora, Bruiser. A couple of Jedi Temple Guard. You have Obi-Wan there, Anakin, Ahsoka, Cal. Grogu is sadly not attending.
He gotta sleep. He's a little baby. He's sleeping.
Baby.
He's a 30-year-old baby.
What
He's
is
sleepy. Little man sleepy.
What does a baby have needs with Jedi affairs? He's sleepy.
Yeah.
Nighty-nighty.
But yeah, and you see Cal, Ahsoka there. They're all like in their robes and just like looking very somber. And like everything is proceeding. Everyone like has like their heads down, and Master Yoda goes on. I'll actually change yeah, it's too much effort to get the fucking music changed to what I want, but
It's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, Yoda kind of
We
like
appreciate the effort and the immersion.
Yeah. Music,
Yeah.
Mind.
But yeah, yeah, Yoda, like, as, like, everyone's huddled around, like, these, you still have Yaktul's saber, right, Sherry? Like, it's in your quarters?
Shiri was actually, well, she's honestly, like, holding on to it because she was going to bury it with him.
Mm-hmm. I'll say,
or, like, whatever they were planning on doing.
Yeah,
with the
I would
bodies
say,
burning, whatever.
Yeah, like, they're all, the bodies would be burned in, like, these little sort of chambers. Like, you see, like, Yaktul's body has, like, sort of, like, this, cloths over him. All the other masters and knights do as well. I would say Yoda would have approached you prior to the funeral and asked for the saber, or at least you to hand it off to him.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, during the proceedings.
she would have done it if either way you want to go with that, dude.
Okay. I'll say, like, the funeral starts and, like, Yoda goes on, or I'll say Windu speaks up and goes, "My friends, we have lost many young ones here today, along with some of the most respected masters I have ever had the honor and pleasure to fight and discuss the Force alongside. But we cannot, we must take the time to mourn and allow the Force to greet these new beings that are welcome into its light. And And like he kind of like walks over to Deppa and Deppa's body and goes, "May you be at peace, finally, my Padawan," as he like sort of like puts the robe, the cloth over her face. And Yoda like sort of like looks to you, Shir'iven, and goes,
Have words for you. For your master, Shiri?
Shiri steps forward and she looks to Yaktu's like covered body.
"Mm-hmm.
I'm going to miss my master dearly. He taught me everything I knew, and he was one of the many who welcomed me back with open arms as I was to return to this temple. I wish I had more time to spend with him. But now he is one with the Force. And he will go in peace."
And with that, Yoda like offers a hand and like just sort of like holds you.
At peace he will be.
And on the other hand, he kind of like, like makes a gesture like to like, pass the saber to him.
And she does just that.
Mm-hmm. And Yoda very like gingerly like floats the saber alongside underneath the cloth and goes,
Rest well, old friend.
And like with that, all 5 of the main bodies just like sink into the floor as and then as they close, you see the 5 bright yellow lights just light up, and the bodies are burning. And I'll say, like, as everyone is like sort of watching on, D-Gang is right next to you, Raz, and she kind of like very sneakily like just holds your hand tight.
Oh.
And he holds it back, just giving her some form of comfort.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of keeping her close.
Yeah. And I'll say Obi-Wan is right across from you, Shir'iven. Just kind of like looking very somber at the news and at everything going on. And the clones like are all like doing their little salutes as well. And like they're all just, they like have their helmets off and just looking at the bodies as they are being done away with. And yeah, everyone is like, after the funeral, there's like just general nicety conversations among everyone. And you are, after that, you are called, everyone is called into the council chambers, so the party and like all the Jedi High Masters as well.
Oh boy, here we go!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, baby.
And when you say everyone, like
Everybody.
Everyone!
Everyone!
Well, looks like I can delete Addie Galea off the council name list, because she's not exactly around anymore.
they're
And Dooku
the
too,
smash up
because
up
he's
in this piece.
yeah, Dooku is also arrested, so I can't.
He's in jail.
Yeah, so
What are
we-
you gonna do?
so
What are you gonna do?
Just
Mondays,
quirky
am I right?
things.
So you guys are now arriving back at the Jedi High Council chambers, and oh yeah, I should probably cross off at least these votes for the time being. Ooh, do that. But yeah, Yoda sort of says like,
A concerning matter we have before us. 10 members we are. 12 we need for anything to pass.
and Mace Windu pipes up, Obi-Wan has suggested that you want to assume Addie Galea's former seat, Shir'iven. Would you be willing to accept such a position? Otherwise, we have other candidates in mind that we will put a vote on over the coming days.
Shuri kind of looks like shocked for a minute, like are they just willing to immediately accept her like that? She kind of just like pauses for a minute. She's like, if the council will accept me as such.
And even Peel sort of pipes up going, I have my Personally, I have my doubts, but this will be a matter of discussion over the coming days. I would not assume the title until the council has decided on the matter. And,
Of course, Master Peel.
and,
Yeah, I nods her head at that.
And Blocoon sort of pipes up from his sort of position. He's like,
And who else will be all the other candidates in mind?
and you see Ponkrell actually enters the room. And he goes,
Yeah.
Oh.
I would be in.
and like he just sort of like doesn't like shoulder check you, Shiri, but like he's just a big guy and he kind of forgets how massive he is. As like his arms crossed, just sort of his bottom arms are
she
crossed.
she kind of feels the nudge, and she's like, oh.
Oh,
She
he's
kind
like,
of scoots a little bit to give him space.
It's like, I would be most honored and gracious to be considered for this position.
and all the masters kind of look to each other, being like,
Proven yourself, indeed you have, Master Krell. Major success your force has done at the Battle of Geonosis, I hear.
That is correct, Master. And the Galactic Marines are quite an effective fighting force, and Bakara and I seem to get along quite well.
and
Oh wait, Ponkrell. I thought you meant Plo Koon for a second. I was just never mind. I take that back.
Plo Koon was the one talking, though.
yeah, they sound similar, so I don't blame you.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, and then
Continue.
yeah, then there goes we will consider your name as well, Pong. Perhaps both of you will fill the seats. Again, that will come with time. However, there is the matter that Soren, like as like he puts a hand, like gestures to you, Soren. Be like, if you will present your findings to, I've discussed, shared what you have told me of the sorcerers of Ram, and I believe that this cult of the dark side is very much a threat to the safety of the Republic. And like Yoda kind of looks to Soren and goes like,
Tell me, young one, stronger than myself, this master you proclaim to be is? Hmm?
Well, to be fair, I haven't really seen you in action, Master Yoda. That's not to say that I don't believe it. It's just, from what I've seen, he's the most powerful force wielder I've ever encountered. I'm sure Master Windu told all of you what I told him. And I would just like to reiterate. These sorcerers have been working in the shadows for so long. Your crusade against the Sith. I don't know how long it's been going on, but from what I understand, the Grand Master has been cultivating the sorcerers for longer than I can even, longer than even I can fathom. They don't consider themselves Sith. They don't consider themselves Jedi. Somewhere in between, and thus seek to wipe both out. All of this, and a motion in the direction of the tower that exploded. All of this is something to capitalize on for them. And I don't mean to distract your vision away from the enemies that you've considered, the Sith and the Separatists. I merely want to illuminate where more threats could come from in an effort to protect those that I care about. Those so happen to be people that are under your purview.
And Oporensis is another one of the council members, like this sort of snake. This gentleman with like a snake-like body, as his prehensile tail and the rest of his form is kind of wrapped around one of the council chairs. He's like,
We will be going blind into this planet that you speak of. The Jakku system is far in the outer rim. It is not aligned with any of our systems. It barely has any representation in the Senate even. It is a very
You can see it. Sorry, go ahead.
It is a big risk sending troops there in a planet that we do not entirely know the worth of taking or fighting these so-called sorcerers.
Can I speak up?
yeah, go ahead.
The council took chances with our last mission. We made it out fine, and we found out everything that we had to know about Dooku and his plan. Why not take another chance with us doing this?
And the fact that you don't know anything about this system is by design. Please keep that in mind. Your hesitancy is founded on logic, right? Or is it fear? From what I've seen, when it comes to the Jedi Council and the Jedi Order, fear is something you can't afford to give into.
And at that mention, even Peel, sort of slams his chairs,
We Jedi do not feel fear. We are only trying to preserve the troops that we already have. There are but 1 million of us, of those clones, while there are more in production. The droids' numbers increase exponentially, and we struggle to keep up as of right now. Sending a garrison to this system that we hardly know, even under your leadership, is hardly what I call a worthwhile effort.
Is anyone else allowed to speak up?
yeah, go ahead. Everyone's there. If you have something to say in response to all this chit-chatter, floor is yours. You're just
Yeah, right.
all four of you are in the middle of the chamber, and Pomprella's just sort of standing off behind you at this point. It's everything's going on.
Oh,
Okay.
so with the council now? It's not just the two of you talking to each other?
Yeah, we're all in. We all in this, boys.
Yeah, Yarl Poof sadly is not a council member in his timeline. He's off delivering space pizzas.
Oh.
I mean,
God
not really. He's dead. He died
Damn it.
before episode 2.
Maybe
So
they were
it's...
unaware that Mount Calamari was a people, not a topic.
Raz will pipe up at that after Peel says his piece. He'll just kind of take a step forward and he'll go. And while troops on both the Republic and the Separatists fight amongst each other, another group is slowly gaining momentum and power to strike. This isn't just a war between the two factions anymore. Another player is coming into this now. And the longer you wait, the longer you hesitate, the sorcerers will get will gain the upper hand on this. And you will lose more troops before you can even attempt a counterattack. If we're going to stand a chance against this new threat, we need to act. The sooner the better.
I'm going to, on top of that, Raz, then I've already told Master Windu and now telling everyone else, and still met with this incredulous disbelief. They're not going to listen to us. But I will say, I used to be an operative for them. Used to work with them. Used to consider myself one of them. I infiltrated your ranks. I have audience with you. And that was right under your noses. Dooku was part of the Jedi Council. Right under your noses. I truly, truly believe that you are not acting on arrogance. But if I was able to get this close to all of you, who's to say that there aren't more? I'm but a drop in the bucket in the Grandmaster's plans. You can't afford to take a chance and ignore this. Because it's already happened. You've already been invaded.
And all of that conversation, it slowly got a little bit more. Some of the council members are like immediately more chatty with each other, and to those who like are looking at the back for like Ponkrell's reaction, you like see like he's like with his top half of his hands, he's like scratching like the bottom of his chin, just like thinking on something. And at that, Yoda goes,
Hear you I do, young soldier. A threat these sorcerers are. Know them inside and out you do. A vital resource you would be in dismantling their hierarchy.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check at advantage.
Yes, sir!
Yes, boy.
That's what you like to hear. Get ready for this
Love to
plus
see it.
13 at advantage.
Come on.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Double 30s!
Yeah.
And the dice god said, "Let it happen."
I just wanted to be sure. I know giving the surprise, the rogue with high charisma and expertise.
Both
gets the
30s.
Think, Council, think! Do you really think this is about preteen Hayden Christensen anymore?
But, yeah. Then Yoda goes,
Well, against whatever the council decides, support this effort I do. Much more troops you will need for this system.
and
I'm looking back at Shir like, oh, yes.
I was about to say, just sort of like Yoda just sits there, just like, well, shit. Put it that way. Put it that way when you.
But yeah. And Windu goes, I recognize this threat as well. If we are putting this to a vote, I say aye.
I will agree as well.
Kianimundi will, it's a no from Kianimundi.
Keanu
When else does he agree?
As long
Yeah.
as anything that doesn't benefit his harem, he just goes nay.
Ithkoth. What would Ithkoth do? He's going to. Yeah, he's gonna abstain. So he will not take in the vote. Shakti will abstain. Even P will say no. Kit Fisto will say yes. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why we love Kit Fisto here.
Yeah, he's the
I just
G.
watched the clones and I had to pause when he smiled.
yeah,
First started at the smile, that damn
Tails.
smile.
That smile.
let me just make sure. Yeah. Stacey, with Stacey Tin abstaining and Oprah and Cece saying no, the ayes still have it, and you guys are approved for this mission. While the council still
Yes.
decides.
Sir. Also, fucking
I've had
Kit Fisto looks at Soren like this.
For those not in the. Yeah, Kisto just gives y'all his trademark smile.
that classic Attack of the Clones too.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I fucking love it.
But yeah, and then
Bless you, Mr. Fisto.
And then Yoda would go, like, sort of like getting out of his chair, walking up to you, Soren. Like, he'll actually like poke you in the leg with his cane, like,
Wish you good luck, I wish you, in convincing the Chancellor. His army it is, after all.
Oh, right.
What?
Of course, Master Yoda.
Yeah.
Thank you.
and Ponkrell pipes up,
If I may be so bold, Master Shir'iven, the Galactic Marines and myself will be honored to serve alongside you in this endeavor, if it is additional troops you are looking for.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you very much.
Of course. It has been far too long since we fought alongside each other. I look forward to seeing how your men and mine mesh together in combat.
It'd be a sight to see.
Of course.
She gives him a nod.
and with that, you guys, like Yoda also mentions, like,
Decide the fate of Dooku must as well. Given many secrets to the Separatists, likely he has.
and like at that moment, one of the Jedi Temple guards goes, Master Yoda, the Coruscant Guard, they are making a march in the temple. And like all like the council like just stand up.
The what?
Oh, what? Huh?
What? What's
Coruscant God.
Here we
Guard.
fucking go. All right, send him in.
Shit!
Yeah, and like everyone just rushes to like the first level where the Coruscant Guard, the clones in red, are making their way inside and like arguing with the guards, and you see two men, one being an older looking gentleman, roughly like in his later 30s, early 40s, and like slightly like big brown hair, like looks like he has a bit of age to him. And you also see the Soren, the Chiss Thrawn, there alongside him as well.
Oh,
Oh shit.
And
Shit! Ooh, shit!
and
panic.
they
Oh
look.
boy!
Yeah, Thrawn like looks to you, Sword, and looks first to you, Sword, giving you like a nice acknowledged smile, and then looking over to you, Raziel, and the expression not changing. Just looks generally happy to see you guys. And the older gentleman speaks up and goes, I'm sorry, Master Jedi, you are going to have to make way. Commander, Captain Thrawn and myself are here to claim Dooku under Republic custody.
Hey. Well, under what reason?
And like Chiss goes, I'm sorry, Thrawn goes,
Yes.
allow me to take it from here, Captain Tarkin. You see, clone lives were put in risk with this attack on the Jedi Temple. That being the case, this is now a Republic military matter, and he will be tried for such crimes. And
Wait, were there any clones harmed, or like other than like?
they were put in harm's
You know,
way. They didn't get harmed, but
I don't see any fucking clones being in the Tower of Reassignment. I feel like that would be an entire fucking thing that they had to go through with the Jedi Council. I don't fucking buy that.
I thought you were gonna say just like there weren't any clones harmed. Viper dying Shir'iven for the distance.
Harmed.
oh yeah, like actually, Thrawn would be
Out
that.
of with my knowledge, would there be any clones fucking allowed in the Tower of Reassignment?
Well, they flew in on the gunships. You know that
Outside of that.
Outside of the people who came to rescue younglings, there were no clones involved in the attack. But Thrawn will point to your ally here, Viper, I believe your name is. He came in direct blows with this Master Dooku. You are now holding.
Son of a bitch.
Oh.
With that in mind, he is now a Republic. Now, he is to be taken into Republic custody. Now, and like Tarkin,
Shiri looks to Yoda and Mace at this, like, are we gonna fucking allow this?
and like Yoda like talks up going like,
Allow this, the Chancellor will not. Surely, this is an internal Jedi affair.
and Tarkin goes,
Yeah, and Viper speaks up on that matter, just sort of like, hold, objection or some of the sort. Thrawn, Tarkin, with all due respect, I didn't see any. The clones I saw outside had no. I didn't see any clones outside of these chambers of requirement or something. Yes, I did have some. Yes, I did do. Yes, Dooku did indeed do some damage to me, but his fight was with Obi-Wan and Shir'iven, not outside of the damage to the temples. There were no clones from what I saw, at least inside the chambers of requirement, as you say.
They wouldn't be in the chamber of requirement. Excuse me. So I'm like thinking about Harry Potter at this moment. Fuck.
Oh God, fuck. Yeah,
God damn it. Reassignment. Anyway.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
The clone army wouldn't be allowed in the Tower of Reassignment anyway. They only jumped in as soon as Jedi were put at harm. None of them were harmed to begin with.
And
I can attest.
The only people we lost were Jedi and younglings.
I can attest to that. The people I saw that were harmed were Jedi or younglings. No clones.
And
they only came at the end to assist in the rescue.
With all that said, Tarkin sort of marches right up in front of you, Shir'iven, and goes like, "Be that as it may."
How tall is he compared to me again? Hold up, I'm like 5'10".
I don't think he's nearly that tall.
Hold on, wait. Have you seen that meme? Have you seen that fucking meme of how to talk to short people, where like the taller person is like leaning on their hands and knees? I just jokingly imagine Shir'iven doing that.
He is 6'1".
Oh,
so he's got a little bit of height on you.
Shir'iven still fucking like.
Still
like
pretty
power
close.
stances him, just like if he's right up against her, she's going to stand fucking tall and proud.
And he goes, "Be that as it may, Master Jedi, I was Thrawn and myself were ordered by the Supreme Chancellor himself, and he is the supreme law of Coruscant and the Republic as well. So what he says goes. If you intend to resist, then I will be happy to escort you to his office to explain your resistance." And Thrawn is like, "I would advise against that. Tarkin is not nearly as lenient as I can be."
Shiri doesn't back down unless like Yoda and Mace say fucking something.
Yoda's gonna like put a cane in front of you, Shiri, like,
"Stand down, Shiri. Claim him you can. But allow us to sit in the trial. You must."
And Tarkin goes, "We will do what we can. Again, this is a Republic military matter. He was a member of your council, so the least we can grant is you a visual of a spot as witnesses in his trial." And with that, the Jedi Masters will step aside. Unless you guys attempt to do something, the Coruscant Guard are going to march right into the temple, and they're going to fucking pick up Dooku.
Yeah, no, Soren, Soren...
Oh my fucking god!
Hold on, before anyone moves, just hear me out. I believe there's a way to resolve all of this in a way that pleases both parties, because most of the time compromises, everyone gives something up, and no one's particularly happy, least of all myself. Thrawn, do you mind having a little bit of a sidebar here?
And
is that okay? And I look over at Yoda and talk and
like Commander Fox, the leader of the Coruscant Guard, sets up, goes like, "This ain't gonna be a discussion, kid. Move out of the way." And then like Thrawn goes, "It is all right, Commander Thrawn, Commander Fox. Allow me and Soren to discuss the matter. You will have your men at least secure Dooku's position, and I will inform you of the decision we make." And then Tarkin goes, But the Chancellor," and like Thrawn goes, "Don't worry, Tarkin. Soren and I he is quite an intelligent being. I'm sure he has something productive to add to this conversation." and like, yeah, Fox like sort of will, with that in mind, he will move a couple of his Coruscant guard in further into the temple, as the other Jedi Masters like stepping aside and just letting them do their thing. And Thrawn sort of walks off behind a pillar with you, Soren. So you have the floor to speak with him if you like.
Okay. This is all in the Chiss language, so I'm not going to do the accent.
For sure.
I completely understand why this needs to happen. Okay, that's a lie. I don't understand why this needs to happen. I understand that there's a lot at play here. But Dooku is a Jedi Master. And I think it is more dangerous moving him now. I think it's more dangerous moving him. That's just more points for error, more... Who knows who else Dooku is working with? Maybe on the way from the Jedi Temple over to wherever you're going to detain him, he is rescued by his compatriots. He's pretty secure here. The Jedi have every reason to keep him under lock and key and watches every move. I don't think there's going to be any more secure location than here. And maybe this is just the place he is held until a trial in which the Jedi, both the Jedi and the, who was it, the Republic, just Republic Commando?
Republic Commander.
Republic Army or something?
The Grand Army of the Republic, yeah.
Yeah, and the Grand Army of the Republic work together to make sure that he atones for what he's done.
And Thrawn sort of pipes up at that and goes, "You honestly believe the temple is safe after the recent bombing that happened not even a week ago?"
I know, yes. It seems counterintuitive, but they're paying attention now. Everyone is on edge. Their motivations lie in the same direction as yours.
And Thrawn just kind of looks to your little group, back, and then back to you. "Do you believe at least your allies can keep him safe?"
I think so. But not if we're moving. Here, there's advantage. Here, they know the terrain. Out there, motioning to the rest of Coruscant, anything can happen. You know this. You lived here.
"I have indeed. It has not been for long, but I know the scum and villainy that reside in the depths of this planet. I cannot simply let this slide. The Chancellor is my superior, and we must report to him. He will not be pleased knowing that the Jedi intend to defy his wishes."
Here, I don't think it's... I wouldn't call it defiance. Here, how about this? And I will lay out a plan where Dooku is... I will describe to him a plan, or propose to him a plan where Dooku is removed from the Jedi Temple to wherever he's going to be detained, but it's a decoy. The real Dooku is still in the Jedi Temple. And just see if anyone tries to help him out, break him out, bust him free.
Okay. Make me another persuasion check.
All right. Straight
persuasion.
Got
Not
it.
getting help this time.
That's fine. Let me just take off the advantage.
That's a really good idea. Come, let's go.
Good one.
Nice.
Christian with the boss ass ideas.
The persuasion checks.
Thrawn kind of crosses his arms and gives you this sly smile. Switching back to Galactic basically being like, you are quite a decoy to see if any other bounty hunters take the bait. You are worthy of being in the ascendancy. Your father will be most proud of your cunning.
And your family, your diplomacy.
And Thrawn sort of goes back to the group and goes like, Tarkin, we will leave this Dooku in the temple for the time being, but procure another one of the underlings beneath the temple. And like Tarkin is like, but for what purpose would we need another prisoner? And like Tarkin goes like, just do as I order. I will explain to the Chancellor shortly. And Tarkin like sort of radios in Fox, and they will do that and bring out another random individual, and Thrawn will also inform like, place some form of parchment to blind him, to ensure that if there are any others who see this individual, that they assume it is Dooku. And if they try anything, we will be prepared. And he just kind of looks to you, Soren, very pleased with himself.
Mm-hmm.
And Tarkin just goes, the Chancellor is not going to like this once he's informed. And Thrawn goes, I will speak with him personally on the matter. I'm sure that this will only be a temporary fix. We will decide one way or another. Dooku's fate will be decided by these Jedi, along with and the Republic at large. Now come along, Tarkin. And they'll both sort of march away, but Tarkin will sort of finger wag at you, Shir, and go like, this isn't over, Jedi. And sort of keep marching off, but then as they're walking away, Thrawn walking out will just give you a little wink.
He's kind of puzzled by that. Kind of tilts his head, not really sure what to make of it.
But yeah.
Yeah, I totally love that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Another secret.
Another secret. And you know what? Yeah, I think that's where we'll end tonight's session. And
oh, damn it! Fuck.
Oh shit. Do we still want to do? I mean, if people are still
time.
Okay, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, we'll.
Does everyone else have time? I don't.
I have time. I have 100% time.
I've got time. Yeah, I'm in no rush.
All right, fuck it.
I got salt and pepper.
I got rosé salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper
Salt and pepper here, and we're in effect.
All right.
Shoot.
All right. I'll say we have time for group meeting or any last thing that anyone wants to do as the Jedi are dispersing back into the temple. You just hear Yoda and Mace muttering to themselves about what is it? Yeah, the Chancellor and his overreach attempt here, and they're just kind of discussing their business and going back to their quarters. It's later, a bit later in the day now at this point after everything that's transpired. But yeah, you guys are right now in the main the main entry portion of the temple. If you guys want to relocate and just talk privately, you can do that. Just what would you like to do?
So, if it's okay with you, Chase and Tati, I could want to talk with Soren alone.
Okay.
That's
if
fine.
that's good. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, when everyone's dispersing and everything, Shuri kind of like goes over to Soren and she just puts a hand on his shoulder. Would you mind if I pulled you aside for just a moment?
Oh, not at all. Sure. Am I in trouble?
I love that that's Soren's instinct thought. It's like, what did I do this
He's like,
time?
what did I do?
Not in trouble, I promise.
Okay.
But she pulls him away just from like all the commotion. It's like an empty hallway or something nearby. She approaches him and she's, I wanted to ask if we are to approach this mission and we are to be approved. Bring along our armies. You know Yaku and the Sorcerer's Guild more than anyone. And I feel like it would be right, as a leader, to bestow you a chance to be in command of my army.
Soren's eyes widen. He is surprised, to say the least.
I know it's a lot to load onto you.
You. That's quite the funny joke, Sherry. No, it's no, seriously.
No, I'm being 100% serious, Soren. It would make sense for you to be in charge. If we had to make a move like this, you would know this place in and out. You would know what they are up to. You know what we are up against. And I would feel safer leading this, bringing this army in, if I had a leader who knew that by my side. Can I trust that with you?
Soren looks down at the ground and contemplates for just a very quick second, and just a slight shake of his head will. I understand and think that this would be a great honor. It makes sense. I'm the only one that knows what's going on Jakku, and anybody would be a fool not to utilize that. I hesitate, though, Shuri. I'm no leader. I'm the one that cracks jokes and interrupts conversations with quips, and that's no one to take orders from, no one to lead, no one that anybody would want to be under the responsibility of.
Soren, I know you have that potential. I wouldn't trust anyone with just this.
And I know. And I'm there for you. I'm there for the team. I'm there for your contingent of warriors. But I don't think I'm ready for this. I'm willing to go to the end of the world for you. But for this, to take command and take leadership. Consider me a participating consultant. I will feed all the information, but I don't think I can make the right sort of call. I don't know what it means to lead. I was just a boy before I was shifted any of that sort of responsibility with my family. I don't mean to disappoint.
It's all right. She puts a hand on his shoulder. The offer is still there. If you feel up to it.
Okay.
I trust you with my army. I promise you that. And I know you have that potential within you. Just whenever you decide, it's there.
Thank you for not forcing me to do this. And he puts his hand over your hand on his shoulder.
I'm sorry if that was a lot. Putting all that pressure on you.
No, it's okay.
She kind of like smiles at him.
It's I was expecting it. Just in the deepest recess of my mind, I expected it. You're smart, and this is the smart play. I just don't think I'm ready. Not yet.
But when you are, offer's still gonna be there.
I will let you know.
You know what? Shiri's gonna fucking hug him. Shiri's gonna hug her fucking bro.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, Batman.
Let's get in this shit.
God.
Obviously, Soren returns the hug.
Yes, sir.
Obviously.
Hell yeah.
Sir.
Love that shit. But yeah,
Love
I'll
it.
say on that wholesome note, everybody levels up.
Let's go!
So, here's the big game changer. Shir'iven and Raziel get access to 4th level powers, and Viper gets fucking 7th.
What?
Yo.
Fucking
Oh, we're leveling up, baby!
So everybody roll for HP. Remember, I allow rerolls on 1s and 2s.
All right.
Yeah. Sword, remember your D8s. Because goddamn, like...
Yeah, it's got to be a D8 for, yeah.
Yeah, I just look at your HP, and it's just
Hey!
like... Hey! Fucking 108 for Viper!
With that, I am finally in triple digits. Let's go.
Alright.
Okay, hold on.
Shuri's up to 135 HP points.
Nice.
Now I'm with the tanky crew.
136, boys.
Wow, you just had to one-up me like that. I see how it is.
Nice. Oh boy. Alright, and
Wait.
that brings Viper to... that brings Soren to 88. Oh.
Oh wow, an upgrade for convulsion. I'm kidding.
Oh, sweet. Oh, what's this? Convulsion +1? Well, don't mind if I do.
An extra slot for a D12 for me? Let me...
Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I
Alright,
do.
but yeah, you
Okay,
guys
hold
can, yeah, I'll say, like, cause yeah, you're gonna get another long rest here, over, I'll say, we'll discuss as, as the timetable moves up, but,
Yeah.
yeah, Assault is gonna probably happen real fucking soon, as long as you get, the good Chancellor's approval. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, glad, yeah, enjoy that level.
Remember,
Again.
we are sus of that person.
Yeah.
The Chancellor.
100%.
Yeah.
Also, again, I did not, just for the audience, I had no idea how late I was delaying this level for them, because I thought they were 13 for a while, and now
okay.
finally have it. But yeah, they're gonna, oh boy, they're gonna be so strong now. But yeah, I'll just quickly go into...
My baby's all growing up.
Yeah.
Let me just, okay, so hold on. I get an ASI thrown into dexterity.
Yes.
I want to see what...
Is it, does it go odd or is it even now? Or does it,
What do
like,
you mean?
Is it like going, is it still +3 or is it going to be +4 after that?
It's still +3, but I figure really I'm not gonna benefit from any other ASI increase
That's valid,
at
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the level 7 spells, and one of them is just Cage.
Yeah. That's...
And no save is required. I could just cast it. Oh,
I'll need to revisit that because I could have sworn I saw a save, but we will take a look at that because I know it's not concentration. That much is fucking strong. But yeah, do I want to cap off that you can? I'll have to revisit the rules because I'm not sure if like there's a limit on how many times you can cast those high level powers. But yeah, I mean, if you, as long as you got the points and are willing to spend bank, fuck it. All right, but
Y'all, currently, I took a feat that messes that helps me because I've multi-classed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, what's your
here,
sneak now? It's like 4d6?
So right now, without the feat, it's at 4d6, but with the feat, it is at
66.
I think it. No. I think it brings me 8, 1, 2, 3. Rounded down, it brings me to 5d6. So I'm at 5d6, but my force and powered strikes are at 4d8 now.
So, alright, first round, I'm just gonna throw a fucking Zillow Beast. Hopefully that'll survive the first strike you do. Good God!
Oh boy! Oh man! Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what's great about becoming basically a lightning rod?
Uh-huh.
The thunder.
Look, the thunder. Look up Shocking Shield.
Oh yeah, that one's tasty. Oh.
Whenever
boy.
a creature within 5 feet of you hits you with a melee attack, it takes 2d8 lightning damage. So if anyone tries to attack me, you get shocked.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's not concentration. You can.
It's not. No, I can just end it whenever I want.
Fun. Oh God, I will. And okay, because I know you can't. Shir'iven can't get earthquake or telekinesis, but I don't know what you're eyeing at Shir'iven for 4th level, but I fear if you want to just spam 4th level convulsion, I will let you. But I'm pretty sure there's probably better things at 4th level for you. But
Don't worry about it.
yeah, you got quite a lot of options. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna change up my entire force sheet because I realize a lot of these have prerequisites.
Honestly, like at this point, I'm like, if you've had like enough time has passed where you can learn the prerequisite, like I'll say as long as you've had the one prerequisite for a day, which like honestly it's gonna be at least a little bit more than a week's time by the time like you're ready to ship off, you can grab that power or so.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so like feel free, like if you do have like a set overall, like this applies to everybody because you're all casters. If you do have a set power loadout, you can change out as many as you would like before the coming mission.
Okay.
But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for today. Oh my God. Oh man, I'm glad you guys like the little surprise at the Coruscant guard. Thought you were worried over 66 was gonna start. some shit.
Nah, I just thought some more shit was gonna happen in politics.
I mean, it technically was. But
Oh, look! Politics!
Yep.
Oh boy, my favorite.
no, I don't care too much for politics.
Meanwhile,
Oh, my favorite.
buddy, what's up?
Yeah, but
Don't
yeah.
think I didn't. Yeah, that fucking wink to me.
That was
yeah.
the most stressful part of this episode.
The most stressful. Like, not even just all that council share. The funeral was relatively tame compared to that wink, because good lord.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks again everybody for coming by for this we should be back next week as per usual, and if things change, I might say a little something if I feel the need.
You might? You
Yeah.
might?
I will.
Might?
I'm not gonna
You
leave y'all with
would.
us because
I'm
I
kidding.
fucking love these guys. But yeah, you can find me and all my stuff at Couto VA on all the social medias and things. Might who knows? I might eventually make TikToks based on this on events that have happened in the game. So you can follow me on there as well. We're doing other random Star Wars things on there and just dumb shit. It's a fun time, so be sure to check that out over there. Next up we have Christian.
What up? My name is Christian, better known as Kappa, all over the online spaces. You can find me on Twitter at the Kappa Chris. Shenanigans and nerdy stuff on there. I'm on this regularly, this show. I'm also on Roads Uncharted, the first actual play set in the Genesis system by Fantasy Flight Games. New episodes every Friday night, everywhere you can find your favorite podcast. We've started, I believe we've started, we've started airing season 3. I'm really excited. I'm really liking how season 3 is turning out right now. So go ahead and check that out. It's super fun, super goofy, lighthearted, but also still in the spirit of adventuring. Please check that out. Everything else, all the other projects I'm on, I'm not sure which ones I can talk about just yet. So I'm just not gonna say anything. But for updates, again, Twitter at the Kappa Chris.
Yes. And after that we got Tati.
Hello, Tati here. I played everyone's favorite lightning boy, Zabrak Raziel. I am looking at the 4th level powers. Tasty shit. You can follow me on the Twitters as well at Tati the VA, where I post updates on voice acting, audio, sound design stuff, projects galore, nerdy stuff, D&D shenanigans. I'm in this group weekly, obviously, but if you want to check out more of my chaotic goodness nature, I'm also on the World of Error stream, which is streamed every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. PST over at Orion VA's Twitch, as well as the Curse of Strahd game every other Thursdays at 7 p.m. PST over at Dungeons May Cry via Twitch. Also, I think we're on for tomorrow, but we're that group. We're starting up a new campaign that's going to be every other Thursdays. Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Yeah. That's going to be cool. I'm playing my first ever warlock. That's going to be fun.
Oh yeah.
We're starting at level 1 though, so wish us luck.
Yeah.
Same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
enjoy that one spell slot forever. Then you just
Oh yeah.
All right. And after that we have Jinkles.
This is what I have to say about getting 4th level spell slots.
This is where the fun begins.
Why?
Anyways,
I didn't
hi,
see that shit coming, goddamn.
You know what else you didn't see coming?
Warn me next time you use that shit.
Oh,
It was a warning. Technically, it was very poor, but it was a warning.
It was a warning.
Right, go ahead.
Anyway, hi, I'm Love Jinkles, Kirsten, whatever you want to fucking call me. You can find me on Love Jinkles on Twitter.com, where I meme, I post voice acting videos, and I usually cry about what I'm getting in roles on Genshin. Also, if you haven't heard, you can find a game that I was in on the Nintendo eShop on the Switch. Thank God it's not on the Wii U or 3DS, otherwise we'd be shit out of luck. But you can find me playing 2 villains in the hit game Pop Slinger on the Nintendo Switch. I play Alpha Star and Lila Crash Course, 2 fucking badass villains. It's such a fun game. If you like top-down shooters and just beat 'em ups in general, please fucking play it. It's so fun. The music's badass. It's funky. It's fresh. It's fun. Please give it a shot.
It's only $15.
Yeah.
Exactly!
Yes.
$15! Get you a full game that my creator worked so hard on. It has voice acting. It has amazing music. Amusing music. Exactly. Just please, the creator put a lot of heart into this game, and he's going to make more, so please support him in his game!
Alright.
Do it.
That's a masterpiece for your wallet.
Hell yeah. And last but certainly not least, our boy Chase.
Hi, hello everybody. Chase here, Chase Beck, whatever you want to call me. I only have those 2 names. You can find me over at Twitter at the Chase Beck and on the YouTube's at Chase Beck. Not necessarily any updates on my end. There's a lot of in the works stuff. I've been noticing. You know what? No, never mind. Blah. I've just been noticing my Berserk video has been getting a lot of rounds on the YouTube. So thanks for that.
Because you deserve it, baby.
I'm surprised. It's literally like second viewed one next to the Foghorn Leghorn Nagatoro one. So that's fucking bananas.
Awesome.
So you can check it out on that. Lots of exciting stuff coming within the months. Stuff that I can't say now because NDA.
NDAs, yes. We are
Anyway.
all familiar with that curse.
Yeah. Other than that, we're looking for a good 72 degrees for the upcoming weeks. Back to you, Kevin.
Yes. But yeah, thanks again everybody for coming by. We appreciate the support and the viewership of this humble little story we're all telling together. But yeah, thanks again for coming by. Remember to stay safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, get vaxxed, get boosted. Stay safe. We love you all so very, very much. And remember, may the rose be with you always. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See ya.
Da, 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 da,